Welcome, Internet, to the Play Some Video Games podcast. It's your boy, Dat Ninja Dev, joined as always by Donnie Eat, the Hype Reese, and the Nigerian scammer himself, all the way from Florida, Delvin Cox.
No, I'm from Nigeria. That's the whole thing of a Nigerian scammer.
No, but if you're
Florida.
a Nigerian scammer, you're not even in Nigeria. You're from Florida.
Okay, I'm from Florida then.
It's part of the scam.
Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando specifically, yes.
How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Oh.
Yeah. We're
It's
here.
been a long day. And people keep calling, messaging me about shit I don't give a shit about. That's how it usually goes, though. Happy Wednesday, folks. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So how is that your response when they're calling you with things you don't care about? Is just fuck off, or
Yeah,
but
sometimes.
but he can't podcast on the second because he has to work.
Yes. That's the work.
We're gonna bring this up every episode, correct?
Yes.
And every episode of Shaq as well. I saw that you guys had the White Delvin Cox on as well. The White Delvin.
I appreciate him.
White Delvin.
White Delvin. I was explaining to them.
I like that because it reminds me of Ace Ventura, when nature calls or when nature returns or whatever.
When nature calls.
When he becomes the White Devil.
Yes.
and
Oh,
White
yes.
Delvin sounds so close to White Devil.
Yes.
That it does.
I was explaining to him the song White Iverson.
Yeah. Posty.
And it-
Good old
yes.
Post Malone. Yeah.
The culture vulture.
Yeah, for real.
Like
I mean,
100%.
He did the exact same thing Pink did. We're gonna come out, we're gonna be like hip hoppy, and then we're gonna go do what I actually want to do.
Yeah,
Like
pretty
that,
much.
he did it's the whole thing that Pink did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's fine.
it's the industry. It's you got to get in how you got to get in. Whatever.
Yeah. Like that whole phase where Justin Timberlake just became black.
Oh yeah. Mhm. It's like, all right, we're gonna have you leave in sync. You're gonna be black for a little while, but then you can go do whatever the hell you want
Yeah.
to do. Okay?
Then you go do what you really want to do.
Yeah.
Go
We've
out
got to
here.
get these black dollars. All right. We've got to get these black dollars.
Go out
We've got
here.
to find the penetration, and then we're gonna go ahead and let you do your thing.
Yeah. Gotta go out here and hang out with Jay-Z and Timberland. Do all these rap songs. Like just a bunch of random ass rap songs. Justin Timberlake just singing the hook. I'm like, why the fuck is he here?
Yeah.
Because white women love it. My wife loves that shit. That's her shit.
Yeah.
And that gets you radio play and clicks and views and
Mhm.
album sales.
Well, it worked.
It sure did.
But as soon as the black dollar started drying up, you're like, sick of this shit. Let me go back to
Time
being
to
white.
go do some introspective country randomness and grow my hair back out.
Yeah.
Country song?
Yeah, he did a whole country album.
Yeah.
Wow. Justin Timberlake. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah. I would have said the same thing for Post Malone. I wasn't expecting that. I'm like, all right, you
Yeah.
kind of want to be a kind of R&B one of us, and okay, now
Yeah.
you've shown who you really are.
Yeah. White Iverson's a dope song, too.
Who is he
It
really?
is. Country boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just he's a country boy. He's country now. He's like, all right, I got my way in now. I can do the music I really want to do. Apparently,
Yeah. That's how it works.
Can people not want to do different types of music?
no, they can, but it's the whole idea of the culture vulture. It's like we're gonna go ahead and make you into something that you're really not to get you in, and then you can make that hard pivot. Because that, like I said, that was the whole thing with Pink. Pink, they were like, we're gonna make you, because Pink didn't want to do pop or any of the stuff she wanted to do. She wanted to do like rock, but they're like, that's not gonna work. We're gonna make you kind of this like in between pop, hip hop kind of thing, and then once you're on, you can go
Do what
Yeah,
you
do
want
your
to do.
thing.
I think it was just the
what
marketing.
happened.
They're trying
Yeah.
to find a differential that they can exploit.
And I don't mind culture.
Exploit
to be
is the
clear.
correct.
I don't mind it because they're always going to exist.
Is what it is.
But my only thing
Mhm.
is when they shit on the culture that they just left.
Yeah,
That's what I'm like, all right, fam. You got famous off of this. Now you're going to come over here and shit on it.
Who did that?
Post Malone did that.
Okay.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rat bastard.
Did this just happen today or something? Like, why is this all a thing?
It wasn't today. I mean, it's just
It wasn't today. It was not too
yeah, it
long
was a while
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It
Yeah.
seems very topical. It's very
No,
on your
because he's-
mind. Like, so I'm like, I feel like I'm
he's-
missing a piece of the puzzle.
I think
like, wait, what
I think
happened?
it came up Sunday because I think Rebecca brought up Post Malone. And I was
Mhm.
like, I don't like Post
She did.
Malone.
Yeah, he sang the Nirvana song at SNL. That was bad.
Yes. And I'm like, I'm not a fan.
And it's so funny. I went out to lunch today with the shop guys, and I kid you not, that's how lunch started. They're like, Donnie, I know you love Nirvana. Did you see Post Malone sing? It was so good. I was like, it wasn't. It was not good at all.
There's a lot of people that think it was really good.
Yeah, and they're wrong.
I didn't hear it.
They're wrong.
I couldn't.
Hey, look, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Not my thing.
Sometimes you got to tell people they're wrong.
Yeah.
I had a friend.
And listen, the majority can like it and also be wrong.
Correct.
Two things can be correct at the same time.
Right. Like, just because a lot of people like it doesn't make it correct.
Exactly.
They're still wrong. They just like it, and that's
that
fine.
just means there's a lot of stupid people in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, listen, I've never had an affinity for Post Malone. I think that may have something to do with it. I don't really think it's biased. I'm not like anti Post Malone.
I would never expect you to listen to Post Malone.
Not even a little
billion years.
I expect, like I told Rebecca, and I'm reiterating a segment we've already done, but there are certain acts that you can cover. You have to do it well.
Correct.
As good or better than the original. Like, not everybody can just cover and sing everything they want. Like, that's a problem.
I mean, you can.
You just don't.
Doesn't mean it's going to be good.
Yeah, but I think there are certain people that just left such a stamp on things that like to hear
I mean,
it
you can't cover
differently. Yeah, but if you're going, but that's the point. But if you're gonna do it, then you better do it well.
I had this argument last week.
Otherwise, it's like a travesty. It's like, what are you doing?
Because
that happens.
You're butchering greatness, and it shouldn't, and it shouldn't be applauded.
Yeah, this older group, this older country group, I guess they're bluegrass, did a cover of Gin and Juice.
Is it the Avett Brothers?
I think they're called Gord or something like that.
Gord?
I think
That does sound like a bluegrass band. I
was like, this shit is awful. And I was like, and they're like, oh, this is great. I'm like, no, it isn't.
Bluegrass cover of Gin and Juice.
I'm like, no, this is like they're rapping word for word.
It is Gord's.
Yeah, see, and I fucking hate it.
I don't even want to go look it up. I'm good.
Yeah,
just give me the Alien Ant Farm cover.
Oh, this is bad.
See, thank you.
Yeah, this is bad.
I got into like an argument about this.
The Alien Ant Farm cover of Michael Jackson is the shit.
It is great.
Like I said, just give me that all day. That is great.
So you have to nail it. If you can do it and you can do it, then great. But if you can't, stay away.
Yeah.
And like, I don't feel that way about everything. Like, I'm totally fine for a lot of covers and samples, even bad ones. There's bad ones that I like too. But I feel like there's certain acts you don't do that with. You know, like they're at an upper level. It's like, no, hang on. I feel like there should be like an approval process. You just have to submit an application and be like, no. We're going to need you to cover
everything is fair game.
Several other things. You would. You're just an anarchist.
Basically, I mean, everything's fair game. It's not probably not going to be good. It's fair game.
Oh,
we shouldn't promote this.
I didn't
promote it at all.
Right? I'll leave it at that. Maybe people liked it. I did not. I thought the post. I was like, now if you want a great cover, like I was saying, Nirvana had a little reunion that they did during Fire Aid, where Dave's daughter sang and Joan Jett sang, Kim Gordon sang, and she was great. But my favorite of the bunch was St. Vincent, and she crushed. But
these are a lot of names.
Right, a lot of white people.
I don't know who any of these people are. Joan Jett is the only one that sounded.
I think particularly if you want to know why I think one is maybe better than the other, they both Kim Gordon and St. Vincent of the bunch, they have punk sounding voices. They sing a punk style, right? So it seems right with the genre. And then St. Vincent just destroyed her guitar. Like she just shredded the guitar. Like it was great. She brought that energy, right? That kind of rebellious Nirvana. Thump to dump, that energy.
I don't know.
Post Malone does not bring that energy. That was like close to sellout. Like when I watched it in my head, I was thinking, what would Kurt think? And I don't think it would be good personally. That's my take on it. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe he's like, I love it. We'll never know. But my take was, Kurt. I think Kurt's like, what the fuck are y'all doing with my music?
There's a joke I want to make, but I'm
Make
not
it.
going to make the joke.
Make
See,
it. Don't
look, you are
say
not
that.
allowed to do that anymore.
Yes, I am.
Stop doing that.
Either
That's
you're
the
gonna
worst.
make the joke
No.
or you're not gonna say anything. But this, I want to make a joke, but I'm not.
There's
No.
something I want to do, but I'm holding on to it.
Say it.
Goddamn
say
right. No.
It. Say it.
No.
Say it
Don't
with
be
your
no
chest.
bitch. Don't be no bitch.
I'm being a bitch. I'm being a bitch.
So we're gonna change your name to Nigerian bitch.
No, I will send someone else.
See,
People I know watch this show, and then they question me about the crazy things I say. Like, why did you say that? Like, I don't know. It's funny.
look, say it with your chest. One pillow.
Look here.
By myself. Come on.
All day. Night. You want to go night?
If Kurt Cobain would have heard that version of that fucking song, he'd have probably killed himself again. That shit was awful.
That's
It
it.
was bad.
You should have just said
fucking
that.
horrible.
See, that's great.
You should have said
Post
that.
Malone needs to be country white.
Why are
Stop
we talking
being that
about
white.
this? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know.
How did it get here?
Who knows?
Can we just do a Post Malone hate podcast? I'm down with
No, not. I mean, you can. I don't want to do that. I've got nothing to say.
that. Yeah, you have a lot to say.
I can't
that
do that.
speaks
Did
volumes.
we? It doesn't
I
matter.
can't
Then
do that. I have
Then
nothing
we're just
to
doing
add to
this
that
show again, but
conversation.
we're just talking about computer stuff. Like when I have nothing to say. We all talk about teraflops and
The
shit.
majority of the episodes when Delvin's just sitting there waiting for the next segment to say 5 words and then
Hey,
wait for the
Delvin.
next segment again.
Glad you're still here.
Yeah, still here. I just
Absolute nonsense.
text my
forgot you
friend.
were there.
Yeah, I just text my friend that Donnie hates the song, so fuck you. I'm correct
There you go.
about the Snoop Dogg.
Donnie's
song.
the voice of reason.
The
Yes.
gin and juice. Tell my,
Yes.
I'll tell my wife to listen to the gin and juice bluegrass thing.
Is she gonna like it? She's gonna like it, isn't she?
Does she
I
like
don't
gin
think
and
so.
juice?
No, I don't think so. She does like gin and juice.
Gin
Listen,
and juice is an awesome song.
I mean, look, the world. Like, this is not a phenomenon that I'm alerting you to. White women love rap music. like that. Shit
Oh, I'm
just
aware.
speaks to
We
their-
know.
It speaks
We know.
To their
We can all
soul.
say white women love rappers.
That's true too.
You can just leave it at that.
Yeah, my wife, she loves her some bouncy rap music. She loves
Yes.
that shit.
Gin and juice is a great song.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs ever. Beat, everything's
Rolling
perfect.
down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
Now imagine a country ass white person singing that song, Dev.
Oh, I can.
Now,
I've
but here's the
already. I
thing.
can imagine it.
I've heard bluegrass covers of rap songs that have been done well. I'm
I
not like
believe
a
that.
bluegrass aficionado, but like I've heard them done well. So when you said it, I was like, I wonder if that's what I had in my head, like what it would sound like. It's not. It's worse than that. It's way worse.
Yes.
Yeah. Like
It doesn't
like
fit.
It's why is it Blues Traveler?
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah,
like,
because
why does
Gin
the
and
singer
Juice
sound like that?
Is like a specifically black ass song. It
Mm-hmm.
feels like a house party, like everything about it. So
Yeah.
so when you try to do that, it just doesn't work at all.
All bad.
It's
All right. Well,
like
this
when
was
you-
our
when you go to
musical
like a-
segment.
It's like when you go to a black picnic and you bring like
Potato salad with raisins in it.
Not the raisins. Not the raisins. I knew you were going to go to the raisins. You
Look.
guys have like one stock answer.
Oh, I have another
Because
one.
it happens all the time.
It does.
Hang on. This may be just my poor showing. I've never seen potato salad with raisins.
First of all, Donnie, you're black. Okay?
I've never seen it like in person. I've never seen it. This is
Oh
something
my God.
I've never seen exist in reality.
Let me
I've
ask you a
seen it
question.
All too
I'm
much.
aware of the stereotype, but I'm like, I don't know if this is a real thing.
I heard Shaq talk about this. He was arguing with somebody on a podcast about this. Cheese sandwiches.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yes.
I've
Because
had
he was
cheese sandwiches.
saying they were having a conversation about the way black people eat them and the way white people eat them, quote unquote.
What's the difference?
Tomato sauce. Not tomato sauce, tomato soup.
Yeah.
You mean a grilled cheese sandwich? Because you say cheese
Yes.
sandwich. I'm
Hang
like,
on. Yeah,
grilled
hang on.
cheese.
I was waiting. I didn't want to put those words in his mouth, but I was thinking: are we talking about a cheese sandwich, or are we talking about a grilled cheese?
Y'all eat cold cheese sandwiches?
So
that's
is a
what I
thing.
was waiting for. I was
Oh,
like,
I'd never do that.
I've had a-
I wouldn't
I've
either.
had- listen, I've had a struggle cheese sandwich. Yes,
Yeah.
I have. And I will tell you,
You didn't
may not
have
be
heat?
aware. Yeah,
that's part of the struggle.
Poor.
and I will tell
Part of
you.
the struggle.
I mean, listen, man. I've lived, and I don't want to like regurgitate all that, but I've lived in houses without plumbing. I've lived in houses without electricity. I've lived in houses without heat. I have.
Nigga, I had a lighter. like I could just light it up.
That's not how that works.
But here's the thing.
I've done that before, and
it's
it
not
works.
exclusively. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not exclusively a poor thing. I know Southern people that eat cheese sandwiches.
Would just not heat up at all?
It's not heated up, but they make it differently. Like there's other things on it, but it is called a cheese sandwich, or at least to my understanding, it's called a cheese sandwich. If you've never seen it, I think it's an older, maybe poor, like mountainous, rural Southern thing. But if you've never seen a Southerner like eat a sandwich with cheese, mayonnaise, and tomato on it,
that sounds awful.
Yeah, I have.
It sounds like the little cucumber sandwiches they be trying to pass off too.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's a poor version
like
of
that.
I mean, I don't like it. I'm like, hang on. To be clear, for anybody that's listening who's never heard me before, I don't eat those. Like, I hate mayonnaise, but I've seen people eat them. I've seen that. That's a thing.
Yeah. So when you said cheese sandwich, I was definitely going to just like.
Have you ever seen
bread
anybody eat
and cheese? Not
Have you
grilled.
ever seen anybody eat bread and milk? Just that?
I have.
Yes.
I have
Like a
seen
bowl
that
with
before.
cereal? Like they'll sit down and pour milk on the bread and just eat it?
Oh no, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, that's a thing down here. That's a real thing.
Just throw some milk in a bowl.
Like a bowl, like cereal. They take the bread,
we're
they put it in the bowl, and they pour the milk on it like your trick cereal, and they eat the bread.
TPR, hope
What?
you get an STD.
Damn.
That's a real thing, man.
Why?
I don't know. It's I think it's a Southern thing. I did not know this to be a thing in Ohio. I
I've
didn't
seen
know this
people do
until
that.
I came to Georgia. When I came
You've
to Georgia,
seen that, Delvin?
No,
Yeah,
I
I
haven't.
said,
Listen,
you Negroes are broke.
it's a broke thing. See, that's the thing.
Like, yo,
I always bring
I'm
it up.
poor, but I'm not that poor.
The shared experience of being poor knows no race.
Yeah.
Like it really transcends like all
Yeah.
race. Like we
Wait,
always divide
not your
each
wife
other.
saying my dad. You got to shred the bread.
My grandfather, my dad, like yep. And let me tell you, I was sick. Like I was like,
Yeah.
like you did not just eat soggy bread.
That shit looks nasty as fuck too.
But that's exactly
looks-
what
Why
they do.
would you do that?
They do it often. It's like
just
a frequent
eat the
thing.
bread and drink the milk later. Like
Oh,
this.
they love it.
Yeah.
They
Come
love it.
on.
They love it.
I saw someone do that.
They're
I
like,
was
you don't know what you're missing out on.
no.
Nobody loves that. They're
I've-
lying to themselves.
I've
They
seen
do.
somebody
I've
do that.
seen
I'm
it.
like, y'all
They'll
want to buy
lick
y'all
the
some
bowl.
cereal?
They look like they're eating mac and cheese. Like they love it.
It's gross.
It is.
That's
gross.
terrible.
Yeah.
That's oh my god.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese or bust.
No, I'd love a grilled cheese, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Who
they would
doesn't?
talk about putting
And
it with
to-
tomato
like-
soup.
Tomato soup. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
meal.
that's a thing. Yeah, no,
That's-
Yeah,
the
but
sick-
I growing up, I never did that. I just eat it
You've
straight
never.
up.
Hey, whoa. Have you never had a grilled cheese and tomato soup?
No, and
You
Shaq
need to
didn't
fix-
either.
Listen to me. You need to fix that tomorrow.
Go to Panera Bread, order you a grilled cheese with tomato soup.
Dev, you know I'm not going to.
Comes
Panera Bread.
together.
You know what happened the last time with the Panera Bread, Dev? That's what happened.
I don't remember what happened last
Yeah, I
time we
don't
went
know
to
what
Panera
happened
Bread.
last time.
What happened?
Yeah, that was. I'm not telling that story on the podcast.
Oh my
Absolutely
god!
not.
Here
Not
we
this
go
again.
with
No,
this
I
again.
100% cannot tell that story on this podcast. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
What makes this podcast so special that you can't tell stories on it?
Because people listen to this podcast, Dev.
Who are these people? Are these
Who are
Delvin
these-
boys now?
Right,
Enough
you
He's
people.
got his
Delvin's
own
voice.
anonymous sample group
Enough
that gets to
people.
make his own
This
opinions.
this podcast is
I'm
public
about to start
domain.
having Donnie's boys. I
So-
can't even. You're my boys. I can't even pull that off.
So, because all it takes is for one person to hear this conversation and pass it on to the wrong fucking person, and then I'll be having to hear about this shit, which has happened before, by the way.
I said, we
But
like
if it's before this person, it doesn't matter.
fuck them.
Basically,
But listen, in all actuality, like the go-to sick meal, if you're not going to do chicken noodle soup, which I'm not I prefer the tomato soup and the grilled cheese. Like if you're not feeling well, that is the meal. It's like number one on the plate. Do that, and you should have a grilled cheese and tomato soup tomorrow.
I haven't had them together. I've had them separately.
Yeah, no, but you need to have
what in the hell?
dip
Who's
you
just
dip
eating tomato soup by
you
itself?
dip the sandwich in the soup.
Mm-hmm.
You dip the sandwich in the soup. It goes together.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Quite delicious.
and if you're just finding out about this is the thing you can order at a restaurant. This isn't like some homegrown shit. You
Yeah.
just buy this.
I know that how popular it is, because Shaq was saying the same thing. Like, he never tried it before. Like, I never tried it before either.
Oh man, tomato soup and grilled cheese is some serious shit,
Yeah, he
man.
was
That's like that's real good food.
Yeah, that's not a broke meal. That's like good stuff.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
That's
stuff.
what he was saying. He was like, that's not a broke meal.
You gotta
He's
make the tomato soup with cream though, not water.
Cream.
Yeah, cream.
Yes.
You can do milk, but
It's got to be creamy. You want it to be creamy. You don't want it to be all water based.
Do some heavy
They
cream
make it
in
with
it.
water?
Well, you buy the condensed tomato
You
soup,
buy the
and the
Oh, I'm not
can
buying
tells
that
you to
shit.
mix it with water.
I have
Don't mix
money
it with
now.
water.
I don't buy
Don't
that.
mix it with water. Put it in
I'm
heavy
not,
cream.
I'm not mixing
Put a
that
little-
shit with water.
Heavy cream, a little Italian seasoning. Let it simmer for like 30 minutes.
delicious.
Talking my
Heaven.
language.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell did we get here?
I
doesn't
like it
matter.
though. I don't know why, but I'm here for it.
This is
Well,
this
'cause
is
you love
this is
food.
the podcast.
I do.
This is the podcast. This is the show. It's like Seinfeld. Well, I can't say him no more. He fucked up.
He did fuck up.
He fucked up. Why are all the celebrities I like doing dumb shit? God damn it!
Does that surprise you? Look at you.
It does. That's a good point.
It doesn't surprise you me at all. You were the hottest. You were like the TMZ, or like my wife's tabloid she used to follow, like of like anything racist or offensive. You bring it to us instantly.
But he's
You're like,
not
like before it's even hit the mainstream. You're like, let me tell you about this
He's
singer
safe.
popping up. Yeah.
Is he?
he was. Not anymore.
He never was. We just now he.
If
let-
it's
he let it out.
offensive, illegal, or racist, Delvin is on it first.
Whoa! Why you
Absolutely.
saying illegal? I'm saying that shit.
Yeah,
fast while you're
because
listening.
you be knowing about it.
Yeah, you
Sir,
have it.
I don't know what
this
you're
is
talking
the
about.
shit that is on
Absolutely
your
Out
not.
in.
This is
Uh-uh.
your algorithm.
In.
No, I am a law-abiding citizen.
We didn't say you were doing
No, no,
anything
no, no.
illegal.
I don't
You
know-
just
I
know
don't know
about all the
anything
goings
about
on.
anything illegal. Not at all. Not even a little
Your
bit. Who the fuck-
algorithm, your Twitter feed.
If a famous
full.
person knows, he
No,
knows
I know what
everything
you're talking
about Zion, Diddy. He's got the deets
Oh,
on
devil
all
know
of it.
about Diddy. Absolutely not. Nope. No, you're not gonna get me caught up. They already got Drake. Ain't gonna get me.
He ain't about to get me.
Madness.
You are a man of the streets. You bring
That's
us the
true.
news from the
Delvin is
underground.
for the streets.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
100%.
that's not gonna fall back on me. That's not gonna get me in trouble.
For the people, by the people.
I can hear that conversation tomorrow. What they mean by you the man for the streets? Here we go, boy.
Tell her just to listen to the show. Like, stop asking
No.
me these questions.
Tell her-
Listen to the show regularly, and you
My
will
wife-
see
my
that
wife's starting
Devin
to
and
push-
Delvin are both dumb.
My wife is pushing for like a significant others podcast. They want to record
Good
a
luck.
podcast. She wants to record a
Woohoo.
podcast about us.
A significant other. I don't have a
And I'm
significant
like,
other.
that's not a
Which
good
one?
idea. We're not doing that.
What do you mean? Which one? You got multiple now, huh?
Oh,
You got you
Uh-oh.
your
What do you-
roster.
I'm
what do you
not
mean?
married
You
anymore.
got you a roster. You got you a starting five, Delvin.
I'm not.
Got the
I'll plead
bench?
fifth. I'm plead the fifth. Absolutely not.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Dude, I watched
Got him a
I
six
watched-
man of the year.
like 6 episodes of season 1 Chappelle the other day, and it was glorious.
That's what I should be doing.
It's
man.
been a long time
Right?
since it was so good.
That's what I should
I
be
haven't
doing.
seen
This
that
game
in
shit ain't
forever.
working out. Just like, yo.
Segue. Have you just not played anything at all? No
I've
gaming.
been playing
nothing?
my Super Nintendo. That shit is great. I
The
told
new
you
one?
I'm quitting. Yeah, I done found out they got like ROM hacks and shit like that, and you can buy like
The best.
ROM games. Like, fuck this. Why I need to go back? I'm about
We've
to buy all
told
these
you
fake
this
ass games.
so many times.
But I didn't
Like,
listen.
this is not new.
Donnie
You-
inspired
you
me.
totally don't listen.
It's like I've like raised a Padawan, and he's off into his own.
Yeah, he's like,
You know?
you can buy like,
He's the Eminem
Cartridges
to my
still.
Dr. Dre. Like he's
Yeah.
followed me along. I've carried him. Now he's off to go on to bigger and better things.
yeah, I'm like, oh shit, there's like Super Nintendo games I can still be playing that's new, and motherfuckers just making them anyway, just making ROM hacks for them, like and putting them on cartridges. I'm
Yep.
all in. Fuck that. I saw,
People put new
Pokemon-
versions of Doom and shit.
yeah.
Oh, you
I
got to
saw
get
that.
the Pokemon cartridges. I've got those for 64. They're
I
awesome.
saw that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I might.
Pokemon Yellow, Gold, Red. You're like, fuck it, SO. I ain't waiting on you. I'll do this shit myself.
Yeah, I saw like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm never going back. Fuck this shit.
See, welcome. I mean, I did some of that today myself. Look, hang on. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, I got a new little. You see the little monitor over there?
Yeah.
I got a new TV for my little Wii GameCube station. I'm setting
And
up.
I got my Sailor Moon game in.
See,
I'm happy.
Nice.
It's great.
I just
too.
bought some new headphones. I've just got the wireless version of the Arctis Pro. That's what I did.
Awesome.
I like it.
I'm gonna buy
You
new
guys can
headphones soon.
I'm just
have
buying a
all
bunch of
your
games.
stuff.
I'm gonna buy new
bunch of-
headphones soon.
NES
What
games.
headphones you buying?
You want me to show them to you?
Yeah.
Beats.
I kind of want those new Power Beat Pros just because they actually hang over your ear instead of going in your ear. Because I can't do that.
I think I'm gonna maybe get some side eye, but I
Why?
saw them
Why
and
would you
fell
do that?
in
We don't
love.
judge.
Definitely getting
We
side-eye.
listen.
We
We don't
listen
judge.
and we don't judge.
You guys listen and don't judge. I'm here for all of the judgment.
Oh, those are cool.
Oh my
I like those.
I'm 100% buying these and will use them exclusively on the podcast.
I'm fine with that. You
I
like
think
Kirby.
these are
That's
the
your thing.
coolest headphones I've ever seen.
Look,
Really?
I'm a Transformers guy.
I love them, Dev. Look at the strap. Look at the Kirby faces.
I don't like Kirby having his mouth open like that. That's kind of
Kirby.
Weird, but okay.
Hey man,
That's what Kirby does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? $30? Is that what
they're
they said?
$25.
That's a
Oh
good
my
deal.
god, they're gonna sound.
They listen. They were announced and then they were immediately taken down. And there's been rumors for months that Nintendo is porting Kirby Planet Robobot to Switch this year, and I think this is probably a part of that. I think they're gonna have a Kirby game and like some accessories and a controller. I think that's what's happening.
Power Ed makes good accessories too.
Yeah, I'm sure the headphones suck, but it doesn't matter. Like that is irrelevant. Actually,
They'll probably be decent.
I'm 100%.
No, they won't.
Probably be decent.
No, there's no such thing as a decent pair of $30 headphones. It's just
They'll be probably-
Like Daniel. Anybody playing about? No.
No,
you don't get out of here with
Absolutely
that
the
nonsense.
fuck not.
bitch, I'm playing Sailor Moon. Yo,
The fuck's playing Avowed?
that's what I'm playing. I'm fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by
Avowed.
daylight. Never running from real fight. Sailor
None
Moon,
of us
baby.
want to play that shit. Nobody cares
No.
about Avowed. We've already played Skyrim. We did that years ago.
I'll wait till it come to PS5 like a real fan.
It's true. That's the
I'll
way
wait
to
for
do
him to put it on the good Xbox.
Yeah,
I don't want to play it on the bad Xbox.
yeah. PS5 and Switch 2. Play it on the real Xbox.
Oh my god.
The portable Xbox or the Pro Xbox.
That one's interesting. It got really good review scores, and look, I haven't played it, but I've not been in on this game. But when I dug into the review scores, a common theme that I kept seeing is that apparently, like, maybe the enemy variety isn't like everybody complains about how many bears you fight. Like you're gonna fight the same bear like 1,000 times. I was like, that seems like a problem.
Yeah, that doesn't like fun at all.
But everybody was like 9 out of 10. I was like, okay, all right. Well, maybe it's that fun.
Might be a fun
Maybe
bear.
it's so damn fun. You're like, I don't give a shit. I'll fight this bear again.
Yeah.
You know.
I
But
had a
people
cousin
like
fight
it.
bears.
I'm excited for Sean because Sean is particularly like he's a way bigger fan of Obsidian than I am. So he kind of loves Obsidian. You know, like he has like that blind faith in that. So he's like, whatever Obsidian's doing, I'm in on. You know, like he likes them like
So
that.
he was playing like Alpha Protocol and shit like that.
Yeah, like he's all in. So
wow, not Alpha Protocol. Jesus.
Yeah, that was the game.
Yeah, it was something. I had so many copies of that piece of trash.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, I had no interest in it. I'm like, this looks like Skyrim with more colors. No, thank you.
I know a lot of people are excited because they did New Vegas, right?
Yeah,
I think they
think
did
so.
New Vegas, and everybody liked that. And I think this
Yeah.
is like kind of like their first kind of riff at doing something like that again. Like people want Obsidian to make Fallout games. They're like, hey, Xbox, you bought them both now. You bought Bethesda, and now you own Obsidian. So like, just let them make a Fallout game.
Just give us New Vegas too, apparently.
Yeah.
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 Well, or Fallout 77.
Sure.
People really want that.
Really?
No, not at all. Not even a little.
Okay, good.
What happened to Coach Mo? It's the only person I haven't heard from Mo.
He's
in
the
a
only
long
person who
time.
wants it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know like 2 people that have played Fallout 76.
I played it. I hated it.
Coach Mo and Coach Mo's friend.
My God, a game that Delvin hated. This is
I hated Fallout 77.
It's a
I
revelation.
got it like on launch day.
Do you
Like,
like
this is
Fallout?
why?
awful.
You know that
I
it's,
like
you know-
Fallout.
Do you
it's
really?
like an online game.
Yeah.
Why would you
I don't
do
think
that?
I've ever heard you tell me you were playing Fallout.
Yeah, I
ever.
like Fallout. I played Fallout 4 a lot.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's no record of this in the PSVG
Really,
history.
I feel like we need to fact check.
This is brand new information.
We need like CNN fact checkers to like live. Like, excuse me.
You like Fallout?
Yeah. Not like super Fallout fan, but I like Fallout a lot.
Really?
Fallout's fun, yeah.
Cool.
Fun, broken-ass game.
Definitely broken, that's for sure.
I was making the houses and everything in that game in Fallout 4.
He was all in.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Building my communities and everything. Then 76 came like, this might be fun to play. No, it wasn't. They apparently fixed it now.
Yeah.
Did you know it was online?
People do love that game.
I did. That was one of the first games I like really took a shot on online. I'm like, maybe I'll try it.
Did you talk to anybody in the PSVG community to play with?
Doesn't it suck when you're like, I'm finally, this is the one I'm going to go all in on, and then it blows up in your face?
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me a couple times, yeah.
You know what the other one was? Goddamn Suicide Squad.
Oh my God, you really were really hoping for that to be a good game.
Yeah, decent. Like,
pretty sure we told you that thing was going to be trash. One day you'll listen to us. One day you'll listen to us.
Not really.
Yeah.
That's the fun. If I start listening to y'all, that kills the whole fun of the podcast. That's like the Wile E. Coyote figuring out how to catch the Roadrunner. Then what's the point of watching the cartoon? You have to see the coyote fall over the cliff over and over and over and over again.
Beep, beep.
I'm Wiley.
We need Delvin to keep playing these whack-ass games.
Yes, and falling over the cliff over and over again.
Yeah. Did you like the TV series? Did you even watch it?
I watched over half of it.
What happened?
Life.
So were you enjoying the half that you watched?
I was. I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, I really like that show. I'm very excited for season 2.
That came out like in June, right?
I don't know. I don't know when it came
out.
out.
I remember a lot of. If you follow the PSVG timeline, you know what was going on around the time. Like, yeah, I want to watch too much shit. I'm just now starting to catch up on Invincible.
Oh man, this season is great. This season is so good.
Yeah, I'm starting to get there. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that character died. It's like I'm way behind. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. So I'm like, oh, this it's fun, and I'm glad no one spoiled it for me. So I'm like going in blind, like, oh, I didn't expect this.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Yeah, this season has been fantastic so far. I think we're only 4 episodes in, but I'm like, oh, we are going places. I've never read the comic, so I have no idea.
The comics here, I have 2 compendiums of it.
I've been trying to get the compendiums from my library, but they just never have them because I don't want to buy them.
They were on sale at, I want to say, Black Friday for $20.
I'm not buying them. That's what the library is for.
One was on sale for $20, and I got one for Christmas, the big one for Christmas.
Nice.
Like, yeah.
I need to read those.
Very good
stuff.
Very different than series.
Yeah. So you're playing Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Sailor Moon all over the place, huh? Just living it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy what's the game that I can't remember the name. Sweet Home, I think it's called. The game that inspired Resident Evil.
Yep.
It's an NES game. Yeah. They say it's
really
inspired
good. Clock Tower.
Yes,
which
it did.
Inspired Resident Evil.
Correct.
Never heard.
They say it's a very good game. So I'm excited to try that one. There's also a Japanese Spider-Man game that never came to the U.S. that is in English.
What?
Yes.
There's a lot of games like that.
Yes.
Why is it in English? If it was only released in Japan. It's a Japanese game, but it's in English.
Didn't you hear about my Masters Golf game?
Oh,
I'll talk about it on chat, because if so, no.
I have an N64 golf game that was made for the N64 in the 90s. Officially licensed by Augusta National. A golf game that only released in Japan.
Yes.
That's it.
And Donnie?
But is it in Japanese?
It's also in English.
Yes. And I'm gonna go to this part. I think you might have known this. There's a Super NES version of the game.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And I'm buying that.
It blows my mind because, like, I remember it was like 2009 or something when Tiger Woods Golf got Augusta National finally. After all those sales and years, they're like, finally. We are putting Augusta National in they made the whole game about it. The Masters, Tiger Woods, the Masters. It was the whole thing. And it's like, bitch, you did that shit 15 years earlier. Just nobody knew about it.
Yeah, it was only.
And
in Japan.
it's actually like really good. Like might be best 64 golf game actually. Like that good. Like, it's really good. It's shocking like how much of the course is actually legit there. Like it's all there. So it's pretty great.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Things I'll never play.
I have.
No.
I'm so glad you guys are finding all your little retro
Yeah.
kicks with your Super Nintendos and N64 shrines. This is very
We know you can't be bothered to stop playing your NES. You're playing it every day. You love it.
Not at all.
You know, we
Every
get it.
day. It's great. It's upstairs and it's the bedroom. My wife sits there and plays Super Mario Bros. All day long.
Ice climbers.
Oh,
he's
since you
just all
mentioned
in.
it, I might want to show you what
Kid
I got.
Icarus.
all day.
I forgot.
Yeah. Love Kid Icarus. Classic. Hard ass game.
So for Valentine's Day, somebody got me a GameStop
Somebody?
gift card.
Somebody?
How many somebodies?
I'm not
Like,
answering that
is
question.
there a name? Is
That
there a
is
name to
entrapment.
this somebody?
Was
That
that
is
thing
entrapment.
1 or thing 2?
I'm
Right.
not answering that at all.
Is this somebody coming off the bench trying to get a starting spot?
Yeah. Somebody got me a GameStop gift card.
Was it a purse full of GameStop gift cards?
No, just one. And with that gift
Oh,
card, I
damn.
ended
You're
up
not
getting
going to
this.
win like that.
The hell is that?
This is a My Arcade. I think it's called Retro Champ.
It's a fucking
My
8-inch
Arcade
IPS
Retro
panel. It's
And
like-
what this
that's
does
Michael
is
Scott's TV.
It
pretty
looks
much-
like a Tiger Electronics version of for this age.
It's
What it
Michael
is
Scott's television.
it plays NES games and Famicom games.
You're walking around with NES cartridges and a portable handheld.
Goddamn right. And you hook it up to your TV as well.
That's wild.
You already have this.
It's called the Switch.
No, I have this now.
Oh my god!
How
This is
many
my new
double A
Switch.
batteries does that
This
thing
is
take?
my. It's no, it doesn't take no batteries. It's charged up. 4
How
hours
long
of
does it
charge
last?
time. Lasts 4 hours. Longer than the Steam Deck. I can play
But only for NES games. That doesn't count.
NES and Famicom, Donnie. Both.
Wait, like NES, like the long NES.
The
carts.
whole cartridge slaps
The
into the
top
back of that.
part is NES.
It's a mini television he has in his
The
hand.
bottom part is Famicom. And yes,
And people-
Dev,
and
that is a
people made
Transformers
fun of-
game in there.
And people made fun of the Game
Nice.
Gear. This man's walking around with a slate.
No. You can't get away with this, Donnie, because we just
Why?
talked about this week on
Look
Shaq.
at this
You
fucking
missed
thing he just
the
held up.
Monster
Look at
console.
Oh my god!
Yes.
That is an atrocity, sir.
I love it. It's beautiful. I love it.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful. That's
It's
your
a
new
beautiful.
tagline.
Look,
Oh my.
it's great.
Why is it called the arcade if it's playing SNES and Nintendo?
It's created by My Arcade, the people who make the arcade cabinets.
Yeah,
It's called the Retro Champ.
Hang on, they don't just make. They make a
Retro
bunch of little.
champ.
They are like the new Tiger Electronics. They make a bunch
Pretty
of
much.
shit like that.
They make a bunch of shit.
They make like little Mega Man handhelds and all these little things. Anything they
Yes.
get licensed to.
Yes.
Yeah,
And this thing plays NES cartridges better than my NES did.
it plays.
They actually
anything.
work when I plug them in. I don't have to press the reset button and all that other shit.
That's half the fun.
I don't have to blow on the cartridge and shit like that. It's just busting it.
Again, that's half the fun.
That
That is
ain't
half
fun.
the fun of
That
Nintendo.
is not fun at all.
Wow.
It does have one downside to it that's weird.
You don't say.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, besides its look, even though it's beautiful.
Well, that wasn't what.
That's definitely not beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful. When
Why
you
does it have a
plug in-
kickstand?
So I can you can plug it into the TV.
It has a
And-
kickstand. It's a kickstand. It's like an actual motorcycle kickstand, like a Harley
Yeah.
Davidson kickstand.
Yeah.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
but the downside, this tells you how whack this system is, how jacked the system is, right? When you plug in Famicom
Look at
games,
this fucking thing.
sometimes
So
the
ugly.
Famicom games get stuck. So they give you
Wow.
a cartridge to put inside here to take the game out.
Hmm.
Let me see if I have it next.
Oh God, I just realized that I'm thinking it's the Super Nintendo version. No, this is just a
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just a portable Nintendo.
Correct.
Yes, pretty much.
Oh my god! And it costs the same amount as the Nintendo back in 1985.
Put a game in and let us see the game sticking out the side of that thing.
I don't have any Nintendo cards near me.
Oh, see, we need a real NES cartridge.
I have the Famicom card in here.
Yeah, but that's going to be nice and clean. Yeah, no, we need the NES sticking out the damn thing.
And it comes with a built-in mini cleaning kit to clean your cartridges.
Goddamn right, baby. I'm never coming back, Dev. It's over.
He paid hundreds of dollars to do the thing he already subscribes to Nintendo to do.
No, I don't want to.
Right.
No. I have this. This is my new thing now. I play this. Told you I'm never coming back. I'm giving up on modern technology.
He's like, this I can understand.
But you
there's
just
no
bought a
teraflops,
PlayStation
there's
5
no
Pro.
gigabits.
Yeah. No.
You just bought a Pro.
That for Delvin
I've
Jr.
given
That
up.
belongs to Delvin Jr.
See, this is what happened.
You want to send me that Pro then?
Alan Wake 2 broke me.
Yeah, I understand. Actually,
that is now my new HD Blu-ray player.
Why on earth? Alan Wake. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It ruined me.
We lost
like, you know what?
Alan Wake?
I was sitting there playing Alan Wake, and I'm like, this fucking sucks. I don't want to keep looking for this goddamn thing. You know what? Let's
Poor Rob my ass. No.
Let's take it back to the days where I remember how to play video games. I said, yeah.
Take it back.
Oh man, I was gonna say go play Returnal. After you play all them hard ass Famicom games, go play Returnal.
This Transformers game is broken, by the way.
Of course it is. It's an NES game. All NES games are broken.
But it's like laughable broken.
He just went on and on and on about this thing he bought, excited. He's like, it's just broken as hell, though.
The Transformers game is broke as fuck. It's hilariously broken.
Are they even Transformers or is it like Tommy Takara?
It's Ultra Magnus.
Oh my god.
That's who you play as. The wackest Transformer.
He is kind of whack.
Broke ass Optimus Prime, and you have to run and shoot like little pellets at the Decepticons, and when you shoot them, they transform into another robot. Then you shoot them again, but then there's just random things shooting at you at the screen, and sometimes it just glitches out and you just lose.
Sounds like NES.
I see why this game never came to the United States. It makes sense now.
Wow. All right. Well, we delve into his retro era. Delvin is now currently in his retro era buying terrible handhelds that look like
it's great.
They're out of the Twilight Zone. I'm sorry.
It's amazing. See, you should like it. You're a pro NES guy. This is your system.
I have something that already does that.
I think you need to get one.
I do too.
Absolutely.
I agree. He does.
I think we should.
Yeah. He needs to start walking the walk, Donnie.
Daddy Delvin Warbucks over here is going to send you one for your birthday.
I should.
No, because it's going to be some kind of Nigerian scam. It's going to steal all my money.
Probably.
No, I don't want that piece of. No,
you have to worry about
absolutely
that.
Not. Absolutely not.
Insert a quarter to keep playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should do that.
No, thank you.
You have to walk the walk, Dev. You were talking about how great NES is. Yeah, make NES great again.
Not just how great it is, how much he plays it every day. It's often. Remember, I would like everybody to remember.
Every day.
Everybody remember that if this man was locked on an island,
taking the NES,
no other access to anything else in the world to play, he says it's NES.
Now he can take it with him on the island.
Here's the reason why.
You. In the palm. If somebody loved the NES that much, they would absolutely have a portable system they could play it on.
I agree.
Yeah,
I don't think you guys realize that I don't care about video games the way y'all do. So the reason why I'm taking the NES is because there's so many NES games that I never played. So if I do get the inkling to play a video game, go ahead and play the NES, and I'll be good.
50,000 PlayStation games you've never played.
Yeah, but
on the eShop right now,
all the ones that I wanted to play, I've played, and I don't want to replay any of these PS4 games. There's a lot of NES games I just never played or didn't beat because they were too damn hard for my little 8-year-old ass. So no, I'm taking the NES.
Plenty of PS4 games you haven't played, like Hentai Girl.
I don't want to play any of those.
And Hentai Girl Puzzle number 6.
But again, if I want an island, I'm probably not playing video games. I'm just not. It's just not that serious.
I'm still calling.
I'll find something else to do. You call bullshit all you want, but I don't need video games that bad.
So the
NES is the perfect one.
Need something.
Nah, man, come on, God,
What
take
else you
me.
gonna do?
Just take me. Let's go. Let's go.
Sit there and
What if God don't want you?
And then, do you
What
know
if,
what?
like, nah, fam,
Satan?
you figure this shit
Satan, what's popping?
out. That's what he should tell you.
Come get me.
It's like, yo, fam, figure this shit out. I'm not
Yeah,
coming
I'm
to
not.
get you.
I'm just not that hard up for video games. It is not that serious. We'll take the NES and we'll play some NES games. They're hard enough. They'll take me long enough time to beat. PS4 games, PS2 games are just too damn easy. Like there's no challenge there. So if I'm going to be stuck on an island, I want
like it
something
that
that's
way.
going to actually be a challenge.
I like it that way. I'm not trying to do all that.
What if
Yeah, I
you
know.
take a PS4 game and it's asking for an update?
Or the PSN goes offline.
You just fuck.
As it
Sorry,
does.
sorry, we can't sign you into your console at the moment.
Lord, my luck. Delvin done signed me out of my account. I can't
Change the
use
password and everything.
Can't use phone out of connection.
Madness.
Yeah.
But speaking of games I actually did play, I finished Far Cry 5 finally. It's only taken me 17 years.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Gotta ask the question now.
Yeah, what ending did you go for?
That too.
I didn't realize there were actually other options. You think I'm
There
going
are.
to just... Think I'm going to side with this lunatic? Absolutely not. We're murdering him. I'm here to murder everyone. You guys know that's how I get down. So yes, I fought him and had to revive all of these stupid people. And then none of it mattered because we still didn't get it. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, the smart thing too was just not arrest them and just leave.
Well, that's early. That's way.
That's the beginning of the game. But I feel,
Yeah,
don't
actually
all
beat the
Far Cry games have that where you can just be like,
usually have a secret ending.
The
That's like the whole
question,
thing.
the question I was going to ask, with now that you played both of them to the completion, 6 or 5
Six.
now. 'cause
6 is
Still
still,
say six?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't going to change. That was
Because-
I don't even know why you asked that.
yeah, that has
That was a waste of a question.
think about how long it took me to keep trying and pushing through the
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
see
I
how
mean,
he
come
said
on,
6 is
just
better.
streamlined
I don't
six.
understand
Six.
how he said 6 is better than 5.
Listen, some people like
because I like the characters better. So it's
Listen.
a better game for me. It has nothing to do with anything else other than my enjoyment of the characters and the
Listen.
story.
some people like Post Malone singing Nirvana songs, right?
Yeah, and that's exactly what that kind of is.
It's like,
Kind is that.
Christ.
you can't fix that. Like some people are just gonna do that. That's okay. Like let them do the
Yeah.
thing.
5 was fine. I don't care about any of those characters. They didn't keep me interested at all.
5 is
So
great.
I love 6
is
because
excellent.
I really love
One of
the
my many
characters.
regrets at PSVG is in our Game of the Year episode. I think I had it second and not first, and it's definitely my Game of the Year that year.
Yeah, Far Cry 5 doesn't even crack my top 100.
Wow.
And it just took a long time for me to like really, not a long time, but it just like, for whatever reason, I think it was because it was a third party game, or I just didn't have it in me to elevate it like that. But I
Far
should
Cry
have.
5 is really good.
It really is.
More and more I think about that game was really good. I should probably play
It was
that.
because my first Far Cry, and then I played like Primal, and I played 4, and then I went back, and I was like, oh no, but this one's like excellent.
You shouldn't
though.
play Primal.
And then I played 6, and I was like, it's good. Like I like 6, but it's not as 5. Like it's like 5 grows on me
Yeah, 5's
over
great.
time. It's like, oh, but this is better than I thought it was. I feel similarly about Rage 2. Like Rage 2 was a game that I played and I beat, and I was like, that was okay. That was good. And then as the years go by and I play other games, I'm like, maybe it was better than I thought it was.
Yeah.
like I actually think it was better than that. I feel the same way about Resident Evil 7,
Yeah,
the one before Village, right?
that's the
Like
one.
the
in
Texas Chainsaw Resident Evil.
that was really good.
Like I played it and beat it, and I was like, that was fun, but like, is it like amazing? And then I played like 3 other Resident Evil games. I was like, yeah, it actually was. It
Specifically,
was
8
amazing.
you played. You didn't like 8.
Yeah, I played 8, and I was like, oh, 7
I
was
like
great
8,
though.
but it's not like 7.
Yeah, so there's been a few of those games over the years where we talk about these every week, and it's like my opinion changes over time. Those are some mea culpas for me.
Steph's fault.
I think I gave it was like God of War or Spider-Man came
I'll
out that
take it.
year, and I was like, that's the game of the year.
It took me a
I
long
also-
time to play God of War.
I also think that was a period where I was like trying to identify like what I thought objectively was like the best game, like based on what all the people were saying, and I was trying to like have like a ranking that would hold up. If I was just
Yeah,
ranking the
see.
games, if I was ranking the games I just like the most, yeah, it was Far Cry 5.
That's all that matters to me. I don't give a fuck about anybody else's opinions.
You remember though, you were a core part of getting me there. It took some time, but you
Yeah.
eventually got me over there. So
Yeah, the only reason I even finished Far Cry 5 is because I really wanted to play 6, but didn't feel like playing it on PlayStation. I wanted to play it on PC, and I don't own it on PC. So I was like, I guess I'll finally finish 5.
I really hope that Ubisoft sees quick money and brings several Far Cry's and Assassin's Creed to Switch 2 as soon as possible. And will I rebuy and replay Far Cry 5 on Switch 2? You're goddamn right I will. Like 100% I will. Like absolutely. Here's some money. Take it. Thank you very much. I'll do that.
It's about to get
and then
uninstalled from my
5
PC. I'm
remastered.
reclaiming the hard drive space that it was sitting.
it's not that big, right?
40
Not
gig,
by
I
like
think.
PC game standards. Yeah, that's not
That's
that
not
big.
that big.
No.
Most they're
Fucking
not-
God of War's out here at like 250 and 2K's
Yeah.
at like 195 and shit.
Call of Duty
Like, this
is
shit's
just-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like
Call of Duty is dumb.
anything less than 50 gigs, I'm like, thank you, game developer for
Call of
trying.
Duty, like,
good job.
500 gigabytes. Like, bitch, for what?
Damn, dude, I love. I really like that. That game is therapy. That game is cathartic for me. I love that game.
It took me so many playthroughs and retries and restarts to finally finish it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a good. You just didn't dig the. I honestly, the way you feel about Far Cry 5, I think is very similarly to how I feel about Odyssey. Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I've heard for years. It's like everybody loves it. They love Cassandra, and I have tried and tried and tried, and on different systems and different platforms, I have tried and tried and tried to get on the game, and I just can't. I just can't. I'm like, it's like everybody has a bad Greek accent. I'm just like, oh, this is just, I just can't get into it. I don't think I've ever played that game more than 7 or 8 hours, and I quit. I'm like, I just can't keep going. I just can't keep doing
I
it.
gave it 30 minutes and I was like, nope. That's how long I gave Odyssey. I was
And
like,
I tried it because I
not it.
love most Assassin's Creeds, and I just, whatever reason, Odyssey just never clicked with me. I've tried the female, I've tried the male, I've tried it again and again. Can't get it.
Sometimes it just don't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't
I don't
click.
hate Far Cry 5. It's fine. Far Cry 5 for me is just fine. I like the gunplay. That's about it for
You
me.
like
I like
the
the
Having
gunplay.
played more of them now,
Ooh.
and Far Cry 4 is another one that I want to try to go back to again. But I played 5. 5 was my first one, right?
Mhm.
So
I remember.
since then, I played 3, I played 4, I played Primal, and I played 6, and I replayed 5. And there's a stark difference between 5 and 6 and the rest of them. It's like a whole different design, right? The menus, the inventory, the crafting, all of those systems are completely different. And I like those way better than the rest. Like there's like a line of demarcation. Like there's Far Cry before 5 and Far Cry after 5. And I like Far Cry after 5 way more than Far Cry before 5.
Gotcha. That makes
I never played 3 or 4.
The
Far Cry 5
crafting
was
is
my
way
first-
different.
my
The
first
menus and the craft, they're not nearly as streamlined. You got to pause the game a lot more. It's just more of a chore, right? Whereas Far Cry 5 and 6, I feel like, you got the radial menus and you just like, you quick equipped and go, like you're not really messing with that stuff like that. But the other ones you are. It's almost like survival crafty kind of. It's way more
hell
like
no.
Crysis than
I'm not
like
crafting a thing.
Far Cry 3 and Crysis are like very similar. I think
Makes
from a
sense. I mean, they're
design
both
level.
built on the Crytek engine, so that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, they're very similar. Like even just design, like the approach design, like the UI, the GUI, and like how they present all the stuff to the player.
I installed Crysis this weekend just to see if my PC could run Crysis.
Can it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was shocked. I was like, oh, full 1440p, everything all the way up, 120 frames. I'm like,
I mean, the Switch runs Crysis at this point. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Far Cry 5 in the books. No, it just makes me want to play 6 that much more.
Proud of you.
Yeah.
I could probably go for another 6 run. Depending on how long it's going to take to get the new Far Cry, I could do 6 again.
I'll play it when it's on Super.
I really like 6. I have nothing against 6. I think 6 is great. I think the ending was lame, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think the ending was lame too. I think
was
this
terrible.
ending was lame too. I'm like, oh, y'all just died. Y'all couldn't.
I mean, I
Well,
like the idea that we just set off a nuke. Like, that was pretty cool. I was
It's
like, that's pretty
to
awesome.
be continued.
I
Yeah,
mean,
well, here's the thing. The continuation sucks. Eden is not any better. Like,
I just want to know why I couldn't just shoot Jacob Seed in the head and call it a day. Like,
did
That's
you
what
do New
should happen.
Dawn? Did you do New Dawn?
no.
So, like, that's one I have installed that anytime I get that Far Cry itch, that's the one I think I want to go back to. But with the ammo hopping and the story, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's
Ammo
fine
hopping?
as DLC. Yeah, they've got like ammo for like armor. Like if certain armor enemies have certain armor, you got to switch to certain kind of ammo to take
Yes.
it down.
Oh
So,
yeah, I'm absolutely not doing that. No.
yeah, I don't know why
thank you.
they dude, Ubisoft loves to add grind to everything. They're like, how can we slow the player down at all costs? It's like, man, if you don't let me just fucking chew through this fucking game.
Who the fuck is playing Avatar?
You?
Absolutely not.
What's your price?
I feel like
What's
we've
your
been
price?
having this joke for like 3 years.
It's not a joke. They really want me to play this dumbass game.
What's your price?
It's a quality game. I'll give you that. I played
I'm
it.
not
It's
playing
quality.
No,
What's it going to cost you? What's it going to take to get you in this Avatar right now? Huh?
no,
Ha.
not doing it. Not doing it.
I'm just going to keep on playing my Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Donnie, what have you
up,
been
dude?
playing? What you been up to? What have you been getting
Been
into?
playing with my wife.
Okay.
I love it.
It's good
count?
I,
times.
I
It's good
respect it.
times. Yeah, absolutely.
I celebrated yesterday like it was April 2nd.
Goddamn
Nice.
I respect it.
But were you injured? Because Delvin is perpetually injured.
I was nursing a back all day. Like I was
See?
like,
Okay.
the back
All
was
right.
tweaked. Like I slept bad. It was like a couple days ago. I woke. I was like, uh-oh. So I was like hitting the roller, was hitting the heating pad, like hitting the ibuprofen. But I was ready for game time.
All right.
Can we ban
Dude.
from the chat?
Speaking of game time, the neighbors like slammed on the wall. They went like doop 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 on the wall. Wife was mortified. I loved it. It's like,
On your
fucking,
wall?
yeah, they were like banging on the wall like we were making too much noise. But
Nice.
in all fun, I have not the week. I work tomorrow, but that's the only day. Tomorrow's the only day of the week that I work.
Oh,
So I've had
nice.
most of the week off. Like I told you guys, I think I told you guys, right? I maxed out almost at time at work. So the office, my HR person was like, you've got to, like, it's almost like they're like, you've got to take some time off. Like you have to find some time. So I took a week. And then like, even from here, like every week from here for a few weeks, I have like a day or two off. Like I'm kind of just working like 3 or 4 day work weeks for a while.
great.
Like,
Nice.
just
That's
kind of
awesome.
like, because I don't want to take a vacation. Like there's nowhere I particularly want to go, nor do I have like a bunch of money that I want to spend on a vacation. So I'm just kind of taking some time off, just lightening the load a bit. So yesterday was my wife and I's essentially our Valentine's Day. Like we both took the day off and we just went out and about, right? The kids sent them off to, my daughter's had to work and everything. So she's at home. We sent Jack off with the in-laws and we're just perusing around town, man. Like we got sushi for lunch. We went shopping. We went thrifting. We went flea market shopping. We were like hunting around town, like just exploring new spaces, just hanging out. We got a hotel room. We went out to dinner. We got tacos and everything afterwards. Super fun. Nice hotel.
Nice.
Yeah, super fun. I bought a couch. I bought a love seat for the basement, and it's like a 70s shag couch.
Yeah,
Like
I
for
saw that.
real. Like, oh. That's a fun story.
Yeah.
One of the places I really like thrifting. I love just like going and digging through a Goodwill, a flea market, or anything like that. See if I can find some old video games or something, My wife found a thrift shop that she wanted us to go to because there's several towns over. Like we're kind of far from home, 20, 30 miles. And she found like a Humane Society thrift store. That this whole purpose of the thrift store exists to raise money for their Humane Society, their local animal shelter.
That's cool.
Nice.
And I walk in, and to my surprise, I was not expecting much because, dude, the thrift store is connected to a McDonald's.
Oh wow.
You know, like how McDonald's has like McDonald's Pizza Hut or like the double
cool.
McDonald's. It was a McDonald's and a Humane Society thrift store. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what is this shit? And I walk in, and it was really nice. Like all the merchandise was like very high quality. They didn't have like a bunch of junk around like a Goodwill or anything like that. And here's the thing that really blew my mind. They had some really, really nice furniture. Full blown living room sets, like oak dressers. Like furniture, I think as we've all grown older, at least as I've grown older, like, man, they don't make furniture
They
like
ain't
this
making
anymore.
like that no
Yes.
more. Yeah.
Like everything's fucking particle board and Allen wrenches and shit. Like this is like real furniture. And it was just in great condition. And I was like, man, that's like some really nice stuff. And I walked by this one little love seat that they had, and it's got like corduroy and like shag and like leather pillow. I was like, oh, that is just fucking Roadrunner 70s tastic. Like I was like, oh, I love it. And I sit in it, and it feels great. And my wife often complains in the basement because right here in the basement I have 2 recliners that our parents gave us. So like when we would sit and watch movies, we both have our own recliner, but my wife complains that like we can't sit together. You know, like we can't cuddle or anything like that. We can't like shack up on the couch. And I was like, I think I put this in the basement. And I look at the price tag, and the price tag on all this furniture, because it's all donated. Like that's what I learned from them, is that everything's donated, and I think their labor is like inmate labor. I don't think they have like overhead.
Wow.
Like dude, I paid for that love seat. You guys saw the picture. I posted on Blue Sky if anybody wants to see it.
I saw that the end table was like $25.
I paid $50 for that love seat.
That's what I figured.
And
That's
when I
awesome.
asked them, I said, here's the kicker though. I see the love seat. There was an entire living room set, a granite coffee table with a full-blown sofa and love seat for $100.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, so I asked them, and I honestly, literally, like as a joke, I was like, do you guys deliver? They're like, yeah, we'll bring it to you. And I was like, are you for real? And they're like, yeah. I was like, how much? They're like, $35. I was like, $35?
Don't even cover the gas.
I can't get Taco Bell delivered to me for $35. Like I can't get DoorDash for $35. And he goes, you got to talk to this old, because I told him, I was like, hey, I live a little further away than probably most of your clients. I am like 25 miles over here. And I was like, what if I pay you extra? Like, will you still bring the love seat? And he was like, you got to talk to the lady. So the lady that runs the store, she's like super old. She's like 75. And I go to her and I go, hey, Barbara. I'm like, hey, I really want this old love seat you have. I was like, I live a little further away from that. I was like, if I pay extra for delivery, will you guys bring it? And she was like, absolutely. So I go to check out. I fill out my information and everything. And he asks her, he goes, hey, Barbara, how much you want to charge for the delivery? And again, remember, the delivery fee's $35. She goes, I don't know, 40, 45. I hear him whispering. He's like, we could do 45. He looks at me. He goes, 40. I was like, $45, guys? I was like, listen. I was like, as much as I love to haggle, I was like, you guys are woefully cutting yourselves short here. I was like, I don't know if you guys have seen the price of eggs or anything lately. I was like, how about we call it 100? Right? And it all goes to the Humane Society. And I'll feel better about this, that I got a whole damn love seat delivered to put in my basement for $100. like this is like insane. I was like, you're going to bring me a whole love seat for $70? That's fucking crazy.
It's insane.
It sounds a lot like that store. I think it's called Out of the Closet. Have y'all heard of the store?
Yeah, we have those out here. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like a good name for a store.
Oh, it makes sense.
It's thrifting.
I get it, but
I mean, we have it in Melrose, which is like one of the gayest places in LA.
It's an LGBTQ friendly thrift store, and what they do is they use the stuff in there
to play on words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They use the stuff. They use the stuff in there for research for HIV and stuff like that. And the really
awesome.
Cool thing about the place is, right next to it, right inside of the place, it's a clinic, so people can go there and get tested.
Oh, it's even better. That's wonderful.
Yeah. It's great, fantastic place. I highly recommend it for people.
Yeah, that's when because they had like homemade cat treats. I bought like several bags of those. They had 50-cent DVDs. I bought Jack a bunch of movies. Jack's been on a movie kick lately, like wanting to watch like a lot of the classics and stuff. So I found a bunch that I thought he'd like, and my wife bought some plants and some knickknacks, and we just did a little shopping thing. So I got this cool new, I don't know if I would call it cool, but I don't know if most people would call it cool. But I've got this old ass love seat that's going to be delivered to me next week, and it'll be my new little gaming love seat. I can sit from my TV, play my 64, and my little 70s love seat. Excited.
Yeah.
Nice.
I went to a thrift store this week trying to help Donnie. Didn't work.
Yeah, that shit didn't work at all. Thanks,
got me a bunch of Blu-rays.
Delvin's like, I'll go to the pawn shop because I've been hunting Wii games, Wii GameCube. I'm starting a little Wii and GameCube collection because my Wii, I have a modded Wii, had a hard drive and I could play all the Wii games on it. Right, and it was great. It's failing. The games freeze. The fucking video keeps going in and out. I was like, God damn, like it's starting to like flicker, and I was like, oh. So I faced the dilemma. Do I buy another modded Wii, which I assume will probably just break again? And I don't know, like maybe this is like a declaration. I don't know if people have maybe picked up on this. I'm kind of not on the emulation train as much as he used to be. Like I love it. You can download a bunch of shit and throw it on your computer, right? And like I think in certain instances it's fine. Like you put the Delta thing on your phone and whatnot. Like for a pinch, if you just want to get in and like get that hit of nostalgia and get out, I think it's fine. But if I actually want to sit down and play like Wind Waker on GameCube, emulation is not where I want to do it at.
Yes.
I don't want to be fucking mapping controls and worrying about NAND save states and all. Like I don't want to deal with it. I just want to play it the way that I remember it. You know, like with the regular controller on a, like and just play it normally. So I face the dilemma. Do I mod another Wii and let it continue to depend on this for my Wii and GameCube library, or do I just get the hardware like I have with my 64 and just start getting some of that stuff again? And I went that route. So I have a new Wii, I have a new GameCube on the way, and I'm looking for. Like, listen, listeners, if you've got Wii shit you want to get rid of, I'm looking for Wii shit. So I'm not trying to collect like 100 Wii games or anything. I'm just the one. Like honestly, it's gonna be like probably like 70% sports games and some first party select titles. Because I'm not playing a bunch of Wii. Like I'm not playing my Wii a bunch. But every now and again I do. I Guitar Hero from time to time. I Rock Band from time to time. Maybe I want a Zelda here or there. Maybe I want to hit a little Mario Kart. You know, so I'm picking some of that stuff up here and there, just for safe. But today, picking up the thrifting, today that little monitor I showed you, it's not a monitor. It looks like it. I picked up a 4x3 TV. I got this little 4x3 TV. It's a 3-in-1. It has coax, HDMI component. I was going to say HDMI, but HD component input, AV input, and has a built-in DVD player. All of it. Like it's all
is
one.
Is it an LCD or is it a CRT?
It's an LCD. It's not a CRT. It's an LCD. Yeah. Well, like I won the CRT, but everybody's snatching those up. And here's the thing. Yeah. I don't want a big ass TV, like like away from the wall. And it ain't that serious. I'm not that into it. Like.
I mean, for the Wii, you don't really want a CRT fun. Anyway. For the if I'm rock banding, Nintendo CRT.
I think this is a cool little setup. I have this little nook over here. I showed it to you earlier. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
There's my little monitor. I got built-in speaker. It's 20-inch, and I've got my little Wii, and I'm going to sit there, and I got my GameCube I'll put right next to it. And if I want to, because I have my copy of Wind Waker. That's one I've never gotten rid of. I have a couple GameCube games. I've got NCAA and Tiger Woods and, some of the things that I like to play from time to time. But on the Wii, I probably have 25, 30 Wii games. And then in the last week, I've probably bought 10 or 15 more.
Wow.
So I did find a copy of Cart. Delvin, I got a copy of Cart for $18.
It's not bad.
There are plenty out there, but I'm not sure if you've seen this, Dev, but first-party Wii games have shot up in price. They're being sold for $40 or $50. Like, I am not paying $40 for a copy of Mario Kart on Wii. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah. I wouldn't even know where to look for a Wii game.
Yeah. So, but I'm snatching up a little bit of that here and there if I can find stuff that makes sense.
Yep.
In terms of what I'm playing, I'm playing 007. That's what I'm playing. I'm playing GoldenEye. I'm going through the missions. I've been unlocking chapters and levels and cheats. Dude, I spent like 2 days running the facility trying to unlock the invincibility cheat. I forgot how fucking hard that was. Like, I remember doing this all back in the day. I don't want to say like it was nothing, but like it felt very routine. I'm sure it took me longer than I'm remembering. But damn, dude, I feel out of practice. I was like, dude, this is like legit hard. I feel like I did this on like 6 GoldenEye games back in I did this on multiple cartridges of this fucking game. And like here I was like, oh man, this is difficult.
I didn't even know there was a invincibility cheat. All we ever used was the big head mode and paintballs.
Paintball's the easiest one to open. Slappers, big head mode is good. Actually I think big head mode is the easiest one to unlock. That's super easy. You literally
those are the only ones I ever even remember using.
That's the one I forget what it is. It's the plane level runway, I want to think it's called. You just run to the plane. Like that's basically you get the key, run to the plane, you get the cheat. It's like right away. Invincibility, you have to hit the facility in under like 2.5 minutes, but you have to complete all the objectives on hard. It's a thing. There's multiple key cards, multiple accesses. You got to find the fucking doctor, or I'm not doctor. He is a doctor. He's dressed like a doctor. O6. You know, the other secret agent. You've got to interface with him, and so he's there at the end and all this shit. And if he's not in the right place, you just got to quit and repeat and do the whole damn thing again. I told Delvin I was fucking around with this. I was trying to input Game Shark codes on the EverDrive, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. You gotta like look them up. You gotta put in the code. Half of them don't work and shit. I was like, I'll just unlock it. Like I'll just do it the whole way, and I paid for it. I was like, God damn, this is a lot harder than I remember. Like, or maybe I'm just not nearly as good as I used to be, which is probably the answer. But I did get it. I got it done. So I've got most of them now. I think I'm almost done. I'm on the last row of levels now. So that's what I've been playing. I've been playing that. And then I'm playing another game called After Love VP, which I talked about extensively on Nintendo Shack, and I'm very much enjoying it. So if you'd like to hear more about that game, you can go listen to last week's Nintendo Shack.
Yeah, go listen to Shack.
Yeah.
Great podcast.
Yeah, we've got White Delvin over there. Check it out.
Yeah, White Delvin. It's a cute little indie game. I like it.
Nice. All right, we've been yapping long enough now, Donnie.
A long time. I thought this was going to be
into
the
news.
I thought it was going to be a short show tonight. We barely have any news, barely have any questions. We just talked for like an hour and a half before we even get started.
That's what we do.
Goodness, guys. Read the room, Delvin. Delvin's like, let me just talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on. I want to do one of these.
And now it's time for some news. And I'm not talking about some fake news, everyone. Fake news. I'm hungry. I want a hamburger and some keffifi. Let's check out those gaming headlines.
Thank you, Wrench.
Nice.
Watch Dogs. All right. Super fun news, guys. More layoffs and cuts. The title of the podcast tonight is Optimal Efficiency, and that comes from NetEase, who just laid off the director and the entire Seattle design team of Marvel Rivals. You know, that giant hit live service game that just released that was super successful, is being played by 20 million people. They just laid off the staff to, quote, optimize development efficiency.
I mean, is the design done?
Oh my God. I hate hearing
It sucks.
It does.
Sucks. But
why can't, what? I mean, I know why. I don't even want to do it. Never mind.
It's not optimize efficiency. It's optimize money. It's optimize these profits. It's just so stupid.
Why has having gainfully employed employees become the enemy? The answer is capitalism. I know that. I'm not stupid. But it's like, why can't we realize that is not good as a society, and just why can't we take a step back and maybe push back against that a little?
Because the people who are in power just don't care. It's profits over people. And until we get all of these old people out of
I don't think it's an old thing.
The driver's chair.
These are young people.
Is the CEO of NetEase some young dude?
It's not just the CEOs, though. It's the shareholders. They're pushing this way, and a lot of them are young.
Just want to make that money. We don't care about you people.
It's not a boomer thing. It's like, I need institutions to maybe push back on the shareholders. Like, what would happen if NetEase was like, yeah, we could fire a bunch of people and make you 1% more money, but we're not? What would happen? Somebody dumps their sock to somebody else? Okay. Like, what would happen? Like, what's the ramification of that? Who cares?
Maybe this is just China sticking it to America.
I don't think so. Yeah, I definitely don't think that's it. But just because I said the news topic was more layoffs, Netflix has called the staff over at Oxenfree, the night school studio. They're cutting staff. 1010 Games also is cutting staff following, and this is a quote, the complete commercial and critical failure of Funko Fusion, which kind of hurts. I bought that game. I haven't played it yet, but I did purchase it. And I liked the demo a lot, actually. I thought it was fun. It's a Lego game. Like it felt like a Lego game, but Funko. I was like, I don't see the big issue here. But apparently it was a giant flop. Apparently the big issue is that nobody else bought it but me. So
And me.
that's the issue. Did it ever make it to Switch? I don't think it's arrived on Switch yet, right?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, it's not even out on Switch yet. Or maybe it did and I missed it, but I know it was delayed on Switch.
You know what? I think it is on Switch.
Okay.
I think it is on Switch. 'Cause I think I was going to buy it on Switch.
And if you're keeping a running total, which I had to go and dig up, so if you didn't, I understand why. Just this month, if you add NetEase, Netflix, 1010, add them to Embracer, Unity, Bandai, Sumo Digital, Midnight Society, BioWare, Ubisoft, Splash Damage, Crytek, and Iron Galaxy have all announced layoffs and cuts this month.
Boy, they act like it's WWE firing season.
Happy February, everybody. I kind of thought maybe we were done with this last year. Not done. Like, obviously, I don't think we're ever done, but, like, I thought maybe this would cool off now. Like, did we not cut, like, 100,000 developing jobs last year? I was like, is that not enough?
Do you think that any of it may have anything to do with just, like, the uncertainty of what things look like in this country? Yeah.
I hadn't thought about that, but I think that's I wouldn't use that as an excuse, but as a thought point, sure, I'm willing to accept that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a level of risk here that, you know, I just, like I said, it's very deflating as just an employee, a human resource, to see, like, it feels like those with means and access for systems and technology and growth, like, it seems like their only goal is to get rid of the human resources. Yeah. You know, it's like that's like this singular focus is to cut that. And you know what it feels like? It feels like instead of having people answer the phone to help you, we got chatbots. Instead of having cashiers, we got self-checkout. That's what's happening in technology. This is happening in the tech space. It's not just video games, it's all technology. Everything is just becoming an AI chatbot.
What's so crazy about stuff like that, you think about, like, if you're cutting all the jobs, who is going to buy your product? Because nobody has money, because nobody has a job. You're getting rid of all of these people that would be consumers.
The thing that really bothers me is that I think, maybe incorrectly, but I feel like almost abundantly everybody agrees that we all hate self-checkout. We all hate AI chatbots. We just want somebody to answer the phone when we have a problem. We just want to let a cashier check us out. Like, we all collectively agree that this is better. But because they just do it and we just go, like, if we just all stop shopping, they'd put the cashiers back. Like, if we like, you know, but, like, we won't, so they won't. And it's like, I don't, like, you know, it just, it's a, you remember I told you I watched that documentary about, like, waste and everything?
The
and, like,
waste, yeah. God.
It feels hopeless. It's like, this is just society. It's a societal issue. It doesn't matter who's in charge. It doesn't matter who we vote for. It doesn't matter, like, it's not a social media trend that's going to save us. There's not an awareness campaign out there that's going to make a difference. You know, like, it's just us. Yeah. It's just us. And that's deflating.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sucks, man.
I mean, you know, look, we do still have power to make change and make a difference. You look at Target right now. After announcing their DEI rollbacks, they lost like $54 million. And they're being sued by their shareholders for them not disclosing the ramifications that would happen when they rolled back their DEI initiatives.
I didn't write this down, but because you said those words, I'm reminded. Did either of you see the GameStop news?
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was wild. So GameStop announced that they are selling off their France division, their Canada division. It will come with the sale and or closure of over 500 stores. And their CEO, I think he was newly self-appointed to CEO.
Correct.
He blamed it on DEI and woke culture.
What? How does that even apply? How is that applicable?
It's I think what we have is an administration that have made these common language, and everybody feels just happy to use them as a scapegoat.
Yep.
You know. So.
Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
You're closing and selling off the French Canadian GameStops because of DEI and woke culture.
Yep.
That makes absolutely no sense.
So yeah, I have already unloaded my investment in stock at GameStop, and so I feel much better now. But had I hadn't, that would have made me do it. Yeah. But I actually already got there, so yeah, fuck GameStop again.
Delvin, no more GameStop gift cards.
Yeah,
all right, you tell that your six man just stop that.
You better hit that shit for like we used to do with food stamps. I got 2 for 1. I got a $20 gift card for a $10 bill.
Might have to because this. Nah, I ain't fucking with that.
Even though you've never actually been to a GameStop, it's something completely different. But that's
pretty much
there.
Tangentially related, Microsoft debuted a new AI model today for game development. Microsoft says this generative AI model, which Microsoft has named Muse, was developed by Microsoft's game intelligence team in collaboration with Ninja Theory. It will be made open source to help other researchers explore these models and build upon their work. Using 1 second of real gameplay, the model generated basic movement and geometry and recognizable character models that you could use in the game. Quote, today, countless classic games tied to aging hardware are no longer playable by most people, said gaming AI corporate VP Fatima Kardar. Thanks to this breakthrough, we are exploring the potential for Muse to take older back catalog games from our studios and optimize them for any device. That sounds like that'd be something that'd be valuable to Xbox as they move away from a proprietary system to perhaps embracing a PC-like architecture. Maybe they could build an AI to bring all your games over, so it would be a seamless transition. That sounds great. I can understand where they would want to do that. Phil Spencer
sell them back to you.
Phil Spencer said, we've talked about game preservation as an activity for us, and these models and their ability to learn completely how game plays without the necessity of an original engine running on the hardware, I think opens up a ton of opportunity. This came out. People are sharing it. I'll call it Garrett. Garrett's sharing in our Discord often. I think he thinks this is a great thing. I don't necessarily hear that and think it's a bad thing. However, I would like to point to what I do think is quite the reaction and slam coming from Morgan Shaver of Night Dive Studios, who might be, and this is my opinion, one of the leading studios in game preservation. Like when you talk about game preservation, I think Night Dive is a logo that is right there. Like they are doing it as better than anybody, right? They are remastering all of this old shit and trying to keep it going. They tweeted, Night Dive uses real people to help remaster and preserve classic games with its Kex engine, often collaborating with the original game creators to ensure the final product remains as faithful to the original as possible. An AI upscale port with zero thought put into it is not, quote, preservation.
That's funny because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, why do we need AI to do this? Why can't we just hire people and have a studio do it? I'm like, this is stupid. You're just getting rid of the human element. It's so irritating.
Which is why I put all this in here. Like, why can't we just... Why is it so bad that we hire a team of people and give them jobs and work to do, and they earn money so they can contribute to their community? And guess what? I don't know. Maybe have other people that they born and raise to come into... Like, there's like an end game here. It's like if we just keep optimal efficiency everything... Where do we end? Like when the robots do all the work for us, how do we live? Like how do we survive?
Yep,
and that's the problem. That's what we're getting to. Where,
like, why create an AI? Like, why not let a team of people do this?
Yeah, let the creative people create. You want AI to do something? Have them go do menial tasks that nobody wants to do.
I don't want to push back on this because you know how I feel about that. I'm in agreement with you, but for the sake of being devil's advocate, are we being old people in the room shaking our fists at this?
No,
I don't think so.
because those young people want jobs.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Those young creative people would love to be able to do this, but if AI is doing something that I went to school and want to actually do, what am I supposed to do?
And it just starts with this point right now. How far would they go with the AI before the AI is just making the whole damn game?
Exactly.
Oh no, that is the goal. That is the goal.
Absolutely.
And they've said over and over again that the guy, the VP of AI, he was like, we want to have AI assisted development. EA has said the same thing. I'm calling bullshit. What they want to do is lower their human costs and have AI pick up. They're outsourcing.
Yeah.
They want to outsource as much to a language model. Again, it's the AI chatbot.
Yep.
And the thing is, when you say that to people, and I think people maybe hear, like on the positive side, you hear, we can make games cheaper. We can make them faster. And you're like, oh, those are good things. It's like the thing that I point to, just to use the latest state of play as an example, and it's not just the state of play, it's like the past year. I think many people are starting to see we are getting a lot of samey games. And it's like, yeah, what if we're all using AI to generate the same models and they're all sampling the same work to create the same loops? Like that all paths lead to that direction.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know?
And then when you look at the long term of it, you have studios that probably have like 500 people to 1,000 people working for it. Then this AI thing gets out of hand. Now they have 10 people working for it.
I think that's the goal. That is the goal. Because they still want to have, and I don't want to write, like, it's not going to be the Matrix. They don't want to have, like, games completely made by AI, but the idea is you want to have somebody with a creative idea that can describe a loop. And what you want AI to do is to do the art. Build the characters, build the land, do the style, like, create assets. Because what the game industry is doing a lot that is really not talked about is they're farming a lot of this shit out to lesser countries. Like there's entire, like almost like factory workers, like what we think of, like sweatshops for like clothes and stuff, that exists in video games. There are just people working in like Indonesia and China and stuff where they just create trucks and trees and they're just making assets for game developers to bring into their game. So somebody else doesn't have to do it, right? Instead of paying an American, $30, $40, $50 an hour to do that, we'll pay somebody else in a third world country half that, less than half that, a quarter of that, and we'll save those savings. And I think that's the idea of AI. It's like, can we get AI to do that? And now we don't have to pay for that anymore, right? But these cost savings are never going to be brought to us.
Not at all. They just go to
They'll
the
raise the price.
CEO and the shareholders. Yeah, it'll go up. It's
And that is the deflating part when you really start to go through it. This is why capitalism is a mistake, is because everything is for sale.
mm-hmm.
Capitalism is fine. Like, I have nothing against the competition creates the best thing, but like, there kind of needs to be somebody to making sure the competition is happening. And when the institution can be purchased, then it kind of goes out the window. It was like, you just buy the whole damn thing if you want, because everything is for sale. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a problem with people not buying and playing enough video games. Like everybody's playing Fortnite and all the other stuff. So when you have AI creating a bunch of the same things,
Wait
like
for AI to create games of Fortnite.
they're gonna stop. You're digging yourself in a deeper hole. You need creative people to make these things. You need to actually give people jobs and have them work. Otherwise, there's not going to be anybody to buy the games.
I feel irresponsible being all, the sky is falling without having seen anything. There's part of me that's like, I don't want to jump off that cliff. But we've seen this with, like, I don't have faith that putting more wealth and power in fewer people is a greater good. I have zero faith that that is happening.
Yeah.
You guys ever remember a store called Fresh and Easy?
No.
So there was a grocery store called Fresh and Easy that tried to do the whole just self-checkout, not having a whole lot of workers. It didn't work.
Everybody stole.
Died. Yeah, the people stole.
Yeah.
People weren't buying stuff.
I love Walmart's like, we have 80
going.
self-checkout lanes and these people are stealing. It's like, yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, they're going to close down half the lanes.
You've got
no check.
It's like you're making them check themselves out. You're lucky anybody pays for anything.
Right. And then you close down half of those, and then you don't have enough cashiers to actually run the freaking checkout, and now the lines are all way, way backed up.
Yes,
Like,
and that's
just
my problem.
hire people to do the
I see
job.
that
People
all the
want to
time.
work.
But here's the thing: they're like a $4 trillion company. We can't hire
Right.
a group of people. Like that's so.
Oh
bad.
no, because then we have to cut the CEO salary, and Lord knows we can't have that.
I can't tell you how many times I go to a Walmart and see like 2 cashiers with lines out to like the damn near the back of the place, and then 2 of the they don't even have all the like AI, all the registers open up, all like the self checkout registers open up. They have like 2 open. Like what's even the fucking point then if you're not even gonna open them all up?
I just, like I said, I think COVID had really, like, there was a part of me when AI really got going that I was like, oh man, like as a programmer, like I see a ton of application, right? Like it writes me out of a job, but honestly, it's like that might be a good thing if people could just create these ideas and not have to know the knowledge. It's no different than like having like a website builder, right? Like we used to have to program HTML line by line. Now you can literally just drag and drop elements into a page. Like that's better. COVID and COVID like fallout, I would say, has really changed. Like I just don't think. It feels like the odds are already against such a big group of people that furthering that distinction I think is a problem.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just like I just don't have any faith that like the people that have the access at the top levels of these things, the people that are going to benefit from that, I have no faith that they're going to take care of anybody. And how has that been proven? It's been proven over and over and over by price gouging at times where they can make the most profits.
Yep.
At times when people were in duress, they were like, yeah, but if we raise it, like they have no other options, so they have to pay us anyway. Like that mindset. I don't have any faith that like you see these CEOs and they're like, no, we're not going to get rid of anybody. We think it's going to we're going to make my games faster. It's like, I don't believe you. Like I actively do not believe you.
Yeah, because then
Like,
when things
show
are
it to me.
broken, who do you have to fix this stuff? Because it's broken.
Yeah, it's like prove it to me, but like I don't believe you until you prove it to me.
Yeah.
So
He's
My
blue
son
sheep.
bust into the room like he the feds.
I love the little cameo. Speaking of cameo, Dev, you just get back from the All-Star game or something? Like what's going on over here?
Yeah,
You
he
were
was
all
playing.
kitted up. You over here look like Spike Lee or some shit.
Yeah, he was in the
It's just a
game.
hoodie. It's just a really old hoodie.
Yeah, is it the hat match? I thought the hat matched.
No, the hat doesn't match.
Oh,
The hat's
okay.
just a
All
black hat. There's no
you
matching
guys watch-
It
funny.
does like it match.
It does, doesn't it? It looks like a whole
Yeah.
kit.
Yeah, no. This is
Does
just
it?
a
Did you
snapback.
watch the All-Star game?
I did.
I didn't. I was very busy, but all of my local radio was like it was a disaster. Was it?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was
That's
bad.
all
So,
I've heard is how terrible it was.
The idea would have been good if it was like the second game was probably the most competitive, and then I thought the third game was going to be competitive because you had the winner of that and the winner of like the first game, and it was 2 good teams. So I thought there was going to be more competitiveness, but like having teams sit for so long and they just kind of lose that momentum, so that the final game didn't end up being like as close or as competitive as it should have been. It was so weird, like because you had
I'm
Shaq's.
very confused. Did we break into team? Like what is
Yes.
why were there multiple?
So there
games?
were 4 teams. So they had Shaq's OGs. They had, I think it was like Ernie's Rising Star. No, maybe it was Kenny's Rising Stars, Candace's somebody, and then like Barkley had teams. They broke them into 4 teams. So you had like the OGs, which was Shaq's
They have
team.
like a
and you had,
draft or something.
I don't know. I don't remember how that. I don't have no idea how they picked the teams. But you had like one team
weird.
that had like LeBron, Shaq,
Sure. Yeah.
KD. I said Shaq.
But no
LeBron, KD,
East-West
like old people.
game.
No East West.
That's
Then
weird.
you had like the Rising Stars with like Shea Gilgeous and all of them, like the younger, like we're up
Cunningham.
and coming.
Young Bucks.
Yeah. Then you had the international team, so you had all these international players, and then I think there were like some really young players, and they had them in a bracket. So you had one team versus another, and then you had
Yeah, I get it.
whoever won those 2 games, they just went to the finals.
It'll play off.
And yeah, it ended up being what teams face off? It was the OGs and somebody else. I think it was OGs and the international team. And what's funny about the OGs is they had no big men at all. And the international team had big men. So I'm like, all you had to do was just go down low. Like you could have really
over and over and over and over again.
dumped it in, and they just didn't. They just did not use their size to any advantage whatsoever. It was in Golden State, so they kept trying to get Curry the ball, and he ended up winning MVP and everything. But it just did not have any of the competitiveness at all. And
the
it was the
problem is-
send-off for TNT.
I believe I didn't watch it, but based on what you're describing to me, the problem sounds like investment. Who's invested in any of these made-up teams?
Yeah.
There's
Hear
like
me out.
literally at the get-go, from the idea level, the first reaction I had is you're like, you've got all these different teams, they got themes. It's like, who cares?
Sounds like wacky racist.
Nobody has any investment in any of that.
Yeah.
I honestly think that I honestly, like, for me, like, if I'm
Like,
an
East
international
West has
star and I
investment.
get to beat like the rating, like the OGs, like, I'm here for it. The problem
only
is,
thing I was thinking of is like somebody in Germany might be interested in this. Like that was the only, like, there's an outlier, like maybe.
Hear
the problem
me out.
is the players are not competitive. Like,
Of
they're
course
just not. So if they're not competitive, we're not going to care. And until the players start wanting, until you get the people who are like Kobe Bryant, where I don't care that this is Jordan's last game, he ain't fucking winning. Until you get that type of competitiveness, the All-Star game is going to be a flop.
And you won't. Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
What are you going to say, Delvin? Sorry, I cut you off.
Hear me out. Stop all this fucking gimmick shit they do with these All-Star. All-Star weekend has gotten terrible. It's like really bad now. The dunk contest don't matter no more.
Well, they
It's
should have
still-
axed that years ago.
Like, they just like have anybody over there dunking.
The
You want
dunk
to dunk,
is the dunk should have been gone. Just
Yeah. They need to just get back to basics. East,
I think-
West,
In a one-on-one tournament.
that also can work. And also add some
I was
stakes
gonna say
to
a
it.
3-on-3.
Add some real stakes to it. Like, hey, whoever wins the All-Star weekend, like whoever team wins, gets X amount of dollars or gets something that's going to matter to these players. Because this shit right now ain't working at all.
Yeah, but now you're just making it more about money, and that's the problem
Yeah.
already. How much money? Like, think about. I hear you, and there is a number there that would do what you're saying. But here's the
Yes.
thing. Think about it. That's the problem now. The problem now is these guys aren't going to care because you offer them $1 million, and that's change for them.
Yeah.
They make $50 million. Like, how much? Like, the idea of how much money you would need to make it worth their while is
Right.
exorbitant. That's an exorbitant number.
It needs
You're
to
talking
be
about paying these
something-
people $200 million for one game. Like,
it
that
needs
doesn't
to be
make any
something,
sense.
Because pride ain't working. They don't give a
Pride
fuck
is
about
not.
that. They're like, I don't care.
That's why I think the one-on-one thing might actually bring it out, because when it's a one-on-one thing, then your whole pride, everything is on the line. Y'all all gonna get cooked by Kyrie.
Yeah,
So
there's
who's
a problem
stopping
with that too, though. Right? You know that. People aren't going to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah,
People are. They're going to opt out.
Just
They're
get-
not going to. They're not going to get embarrassed on live
Like the
TV. They're
dunk
not going to do
contest.
that.
well, yeah.
Well, the
LeBron
dunk
sat out with
So the
ankle
dunk-
soreness.
So the dunk, he didn't play.
No, he didn't play.
Oh my
And here's a problem: like, you had plenty of play. You had a couple people who were injured who weren't going to play, and they announced it early enough to get other players in. Like Antetokounmpo, he sat out, so we got Trae Young in. So Trae Young, oddly enough, was on the international team, which didn't make any sense, but that's where he
What?
was. Yeah, because again,
Yeah, that
Giannis
team
was
thing
part
needs to
of-
go. That's a problem.
but like
Um,
LeBron, day of was like, yeah, I'm not playing for ankle soreness, so they were just down a player. They just didn't have any. They didn't fill a spot. Just down a player. So that team now had 7 instead of 8 players. So just dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. I got ideas for the dunk. I think the dunk contest is an old idea that just needs to go away. That's my idea on it. We've done
Yeah,
it for
Mac
so
McClung
long.
has won it the last 3 years in a row.
Honestly, it's not a person thing. It's not an individual thing. Here's my take on it. We have seen likely every which way a dunk can be dunked, be it on social media, in the league, outside. Like, there's just so much you can do with it. Like, we've done it. Like, we've done the dunk, like, and then some. We've done the dunk and then some. I would rather watch guys play horse than dunk.
I think the dunk contest needs to not be NBA players, because you do have a lot of street ballers who are doing a lot of dunks.
Yeah, they do crazy dunks. But that's the
NBA
thing.
players
It's-
are not doing.
and it's just a crazy dunk show. Like that's Globetrotter stuff. I would just axe it, or like you could make it like a pregame thing as entertainment, but like not make it a. I don't think it's a special.
What if they made it a celebrity dunk contest?
I mean, that's dangerous, but I mean, I don't hate it. There's something there. I like this. I do think the celebrity game, when you get the different personalities in there with the different people, I think that's fun. That's good stuff.
A
I
celebrity
would agree if
dunk
these
contest.
celebrities didn't suck.
Well,
Nobody-
I mean,
don't-
that's
I don't-
but that's
I don't
part
wanna
of
watch
it.
Drewski.
But see, it's
I don't
not.
wanna
That's
watch
not just
Drewski.
the
It's
fun
annoying.
part, but it also shows the difference between how good a pro is versus somebody that's not a pro, right?
Yeah.
You know, you don't want it to make it look. You don't want them to come in and be like, "Oh man, these guys are balling." Like you want there to. You want the scale of difference to be evident. You know.
Yeah.
I think
You
that's
don't
fine.
want Quavo out there playing actually good.
So I listened to a podcast. This is why I bring it up. I listened to a podcast. I love the. I don't want to say I love, but I listen to the Bill Simmons podcast regularly, and he always comes with ideas. And he tackled this. He had a whole podcast devoted to All Star Weekend, and he had a couple things. His first thing that I actually got behind a lot. He wants the WNBA in the 3-point contest, and I was like, absolutely,
I agree.
like 100%. Like, yeah.
Didn't we do that already?
I don't know if they do or not. I didn't watch it.
It was Sabrina versus Curry.
Whoever the best 3-point shooters are in the WNBA, they need to be in the contest. Like, honestly, I would have like a whole WNBA versus NBA 3-point contest. Like, you give me your best 5 versus our best 5, and you shoot it out. That's great. I think there's rooting interest there.
Yeah, they
But he
did
had
that
an
last year.
He had an idea for
Yeah.
the All-Star game that I didn't hate, and it's the first time I've ever heard it. Where his pitch was, we're going to have an All-Star game. You can only make up the All-Star team by the top 4 seeds in each conference. So if you're the best player on the 12th seed, you don't get in. And I was like, wait a minute, there's something.
That's
And he's like, because here's the thing. You get team chemistry because you're going to have people that play together. He's like, the other thing is you play for home court for the finals.
I was going to say it has to be for home court for the finals. Otherwise, it
So the
doesn't matter
top
'cause you're not
4
gonna play.
teams make up a team and they play each other for home court in the finals. And I was like, I like it. I think that's good.
that's not bad.
I could get
That
behind it.
works. That works. You know, because it's got to be something that they're going to play for, and home court makes a difference. But I worry about if I'm a top seed, how hard am I actually playing? Because I also don't want to get injured coming out of All-Star break.
Of course, you're never going to have that. Yeah, you're never going to have that problem. But
just-
the other thing he said, he was like, so what about if people bail out or they don't do it? And he was like, well, if you're healthy, like if you're playing games and you decide to sit out, then you don't get another All-Star invite. Like it's a rule.
I don't think they're going to care.
Well, I mean, I ultimately, I think the NBA, the players have too much power for anything like this to actually happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's the right kind of logic, maybe, to start going down. Or you just scrap the whole thing. They can't because it's a
I
TV
honestly-
product. But
Yeah, and it makes a
Scrap
lot
the
of
whole
money.
thing. The problem is the players they're not competitive enough to actually want to have any kind of like, yeah, we're going to win this game. The West is winning. Like, so you have players that are competitive enough to want to have
I
that
think-
competitive spirit.
I think if you did it to where only the top 4 teams make up the All-Star team, like the All-Star game, all of a sudden now, instead of having like the star player in every team, now you have like role players coming into the mix. And I wonder if that may change, if that competitive level changes a bit when you have like some of those glue guys entering the game. They're like, no, fuck that. You know, like I'm making $2 million this year. Like I'm here to win. You know, like that might change something. But the opposite of that, does anybody want to watch that game?
Huh.
Who wants to watch Jared Allen and, you know, like Dean Wade, you know, like out there playing with, like, you know, like there's the opposite. But if it's hey, the weekend was owned by hockey. Like America has fallen back in love with hockey over one game, you know, like
It did?
if you have a competitive game, it can attract viewers. Yeah, that hockey game.
There was a hockey game?
Yeah, there's a 4 Nations tournament where USA squared off of Canada and it trounced the All-Star game by like 4 times. The NBA just got
Day
dominated
years
by hockey over
old.
the weekend. And that's a real problem. That's a real problem for the NBA. You should not be losing
no
rating
idea.
wars to hockey,
Yeah.
but they just got their ass whooped. So I would expect changes to come. At least I would. I don't know. Maybe they won't.
This was the change. This was the
that's-
change.
So then maybe
Wasn't a good
change it
change.
back. Yeah, maybe change it back then because you just got your ass spanked by a hockey game. And look, I like hockey, but the NBA.
So the East comprised of the Cavs, Boston, New York, and the Pacers
Yeah.
versus OKC, Memphis, Denver, and Houston.
You got Jokic out there
Who
with
the hell is even
Sengun?
on Houston?
Sengun. Yeah. You got those
I don't
brothers.
know any of these players on the Houston
Those rookie
Rockets other
kids.
than
Ain't
Fred
Thompson, the
VanVleet.
Thompson twins.
Never heard of them.
Sengun running out there with Ja and stuff. Yeah. I think you might get a more competitive game, but does anybody want to watch that?
Yeah.
That's the problem. If you don't have LeBron and Steph and them, like, who wants to watch that? I would, but I'm not the NBA fan. I would watch it because I'd be excited for a more competitive game, which is why I did not watch All-Star Weekend, because I was like, this has been a joke for many years.
I only
I
watch
don't
it 'cause
watch
I had
it because
nothing to do.
I don't watch it because I know it's a joke.
This is probably. Go ahead, Dub.
I watched it because I was waiting for AEW to come on.
Yeah,
Which was
I only
better than
watched-
the All-Star Weekend?
I haven't watched an All-Star game in years. This is the first one I watched, and it was literally because I had Monday off, so I didn't have to like do anything to get kids ready for school or anything. I had nothing. I was like, what's the All-Star game?
What if they
Let's see
had an
this travesty.
All-Star competitive game of horse?
I'm definitely not watching that shit.
Yeah,
That's the most boring sounding shit I've
They
ever
tried
heard
to
in my
like
life.
out trick each other and stuff.
I don't want to see jump shots as it is. Absolutely not. It's
Damn.
boring.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. They don't want to do it. And like there's nothing. I don't know what to do.
There's nothing you can do. Like I said,
Yeah,
until
there really
the players
isn't.
wanna
If they don't
compete.
want to play and they don't want to play hard, it's really hard to, you can't get them going.
I miss you more and more every day, Kobe. Because Kobe would not stand for this shit. He would be in their
I
ass.
mean, even in their All-Star
sons
games,
of
they didn't
bitches.
play until the final minute. But the final minute was good, but they didn't. They fucked around for a lot of the time. It wasn't. Don't act like Kobe was going 48 hard minute. That wasn't happening.
He wasn't.
I
playing
watched
the whole
those
48, but
games.
he was on when he was on the court. He was trying. He was
That Jordan
getting
game,
their
you're
ass.
right. But there were many All-Star games after that Jordan game where he was on the court where they were floating. That happened a bit. Come on.
Nah.
I'm just trying to keep it real. I love
'cause
Kobe
you
as
had-
much as everybody else, but I think
That
because of
era-
his untimely death, people have started to
because
turn Kobe into some
it's not just
mythological
Kobe.
figure all
It's
the
also
time.
Kevin Garnett. You had players that were like, "We're
They did care.
going to
You're right.
win."
They cared more earlier. You're right. Like younger years, they cared more. But a lot of those games were zero defense until the fourth quarter. That's been a thing since like the late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we were okay with that because the fourth quarter was awesome. Like we were okay with that because when they did lock in, you were like, here we go. And we just haven't had that in like a decade.
Yeah.
Which is why I stopped watching. I haven't watched an All-Star game in forever. That's not a new thing. It's been a long
Me
time.
either.
Feels like a waste of time. It's like, why? But I am also of the person like, I'm okay with that. I don't need like a great All-Star game to be a thing. I don't care if it is or not.
Yeah.
If you just want to go, I think it's a great thing for a spectator. If you want to buy a ticket and just go see everybody that's great in the NBA in one night, that's awesome. I don't care if they play hard or not. Like I don't want to buy that ticket. But like if you do, if you're just about seeing them, like I got to see LeBron and Steph out there with Kyrie, and like that's cool. Like go do your thing. Like I don't care. I've also never thought of it as a thing that like needs fixing, because it's a stunt in itself. Like every All-Star game is. It's not a real game. Like
It's marketing.
yeah, it's a marketing event. Like it's just a stunt to begin with. So what does it really matter?
Yeah.
Even if we talk about playing for home court, isn't that what baseball does? They play for home court. It's kind of a joke.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of people are like, why is home court being decided by this? And when you play 7 games, what does it matter? Somebody's got to win something on the road. like you can't win without it. Like somebody's got to win something on the road. So what does it matter? Anyway, sorry, I don't know why we went off on that.
Did y'all see the news about LeVar Ball?
Nope.
He had to have his his foot amputated.
Oh God, I thought you'd take the whole damn leg off. I was like, whoa,
No,
That sucks.
the foot. Yeah, that happens to people.
yeah.
That's a bummer. I haven't heard from him at all. Like, you remember he was like, there was a moment in time
He was
where
everywhere.
he was like huge. LeVar Ball was like front page NBA news, and then he just really disappeared hard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We got some Game Pass games. EA Sports F1 24 comes out on the 20th. So does Warhammer
Well, yeah, we're a
40,000
gaming
Road
podcast.
Trader. And then the reason I use the wrench bumper, Watch Dogs Legion drops off on February 25th. You can get your Watch Dogs fun on Game Pass. Ubisoft will unveil Rainbow Six Siege X, which is a new big era-changing update to Rainbow Six Siege. They're getting their own special dedicated event on March 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're into Siege, Ubisoft's cooking up something. Shuhei, having since left PlayStation, is he's like a wrestler. Like when wrestlers leave a company,
like
they go and
CM Punk.
they hit all the dirt sheets.
He's
and
doing
do all
his shoot interview now.
Yeah, he's doing all these shoot interviews where I've got a couple here, but I think this one was mainly from the VGC podcast. I think he's interviewed with, I've seen him with Kind of Funny, Eurogamer, Colin, like he's hitting the circuit.
Yeah.
He says, quote, the idea for The Last of Us Online came from Naughty Dog, and they really wanted to make it, but Bungie explained to them what it takes to make a live service game, and then Naughty Dog realized, oops, we can't do that. If we do that, we can't make Intergalactic. So that was a lack of foresight, and that's why they canceled. They just didn't. They realized how much staff, I guess, they had to dedicate to a live service ongoing. They're like, oh, we can't make another game if we're doing that. So
They've said this before, if I remember correctly. This was said a while back.
yeah, I just
They
think
didn't
when
say,
she says it means more.
They just said they didn't want to have to support something. They realized that it would be way too much of their staff.
Yeah.
And
He also said that Shuhei used to be the head of PlayStation Studios, right? Like Herman Hulse.
Yes.
He said that who was the guy? Jim Ryan. So Jim Ryan basically told him when they made the shift to change that he either had to take the indie job or leave PlayStation. There's basically ultimatum that was given to Shuhei Yoshida. Now, they couldn't find him something else to do. He couldn't be like a VP or something. Like it's like, listen, we have this opening and it's either this or nothing.
That's wild.
I didn't listen to the whole interview for context, but I read a little bit of the story, and I've seen that headline around in multiple places. That seems to be the sketch of it. I thought that was a bit weird. Anybody else? Do you guys have your my PlayStation folks?
He said in the interview that he thinks it was because they knew he was going to push back against the live service stuff. He said, I was not going to go along with the live service stuff. I was going to definitely not go down that route. He said he thinks that was why they forced him out to do the indie stuff.
It doesn't surprise me. I don't think that surprises fans. I think fans love Shuhei because Shuhei has a fan mind.
Yeah,
he caters that.
He was right.
Does it not? There's a part of me that like I don't want to go too far. I don't want to like overreach here. I'm slightly disturbed to hear that like a 40-year PlayStation veteran, didn't he like kick off the fucking launch of like the console?
Yes.
Like the original console. That he would almost be shown the door for any reason is kind of fucking. That's like crazy fucking talk to me. Like
a good portion of the time where he was like the face of the company.
I'm like, in what world does Shuhei not like slam on the table? Like, listen here, if you don't get the fuck out of my office, it's like, who the fuck are you? But I guess
American corporate world. That's
God, I guess so. Like, God, I can't. Like the Nintendo fan in me is like, this would never. Could you imagine somebody coming to Miyamoto and be like, listen, you either work with indies or you find another job.
Yeah, Nintendo's not doing that shit. They're like, no.
Absolutely not.
They have too much respect for their people.
They're right, like that in place, but PlayStation's a Japanese company.
This is the American side that's really pushing for that type of stuff. It was the profits. We're going to chase these trends, and we know you ain't with it, so you got to go do something else.
That is wild, though.
So I'm not crazy. I read the headline and I was like, that's wild news.
Yeah.
I was like, that sounds insane. Like almost fireable. Like if I was the head of Sony and Shu walked to my office to be like, listen, here's what Jim Ryan just told me. I'd be like, Jim, pack your shit. It's like, who the fuck? You don't come and talk to one of our fucking veterans. Like, who the fuck are you? That's kind of where my brain was. But
I kind of believe it because if you look at how many people came into PlayStation and like was the face, and then just all of a sudden just left, like I kind of see I kind of see that conversation being had.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, he launched the console in so many different ways. Shuhei is a figurehead for the brand. Like, he's a guy that you just employ just to be around.
Yeah.
You just like let him do shit. Like, you go to a conference, he says some shit on a video. Like, you just keep him around because people like him. There's value in that. And they're like, listen, if you don't fucking work on these indie games, you're out of here. That blows my mind. Like, I know I'm reiterating, but like, it really does. It really does. Like, I'm like, I don't get that at all. That sounds crazy to me.
I think PlayStation is a very toxic workplace.
Yeah.
You think about like all the people that have come and left and whatnot. I just think that after a certain place, when you get up to the top, it's very toxic.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a top thing. Because I'm thinking like Cerny's been there the whole time, right?
Yeah, but Cerny just gets to develop stuff. Ain't nobody looking for him to do anything other than develop.
But he's not a figurehead, right? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he kind of is, but but to your point, he kind of isn't. They're like, okay, go make Knack or whatever, you know. Like, yeah, they kind of trot him out once every 5 years. Like, so
yeah, whenever they,
away.
yeah.
PlayStation who left PlayStation just got out of gaming. Like, fuck this, I'm not doing this shit anymore.
Who are the people that you're thinking about? You just thinking about the heads?
Yeah,
Layden and Trenton.
I'm just talking about just the
Layden
top.
and Trenton.
Yeah.
But see, those guys to me, and I don't know the history because I'm not as into PlayStation, but I don't think, was Layden and Trenton like 30-year PlayStation veterans? Like, for whatever reason,
Layden was there for 23 years.
So he was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever in my head, I when I think PlayStation, I almost see Shu's face. I have multiple memories across decades of Shuhei Yoshida. You know, like, I know he's not Miyamoto, but like in my mind, similar. You know, in terms of brand awareness. You know, he's like Kaz, right? Like Kaz, like the fucking, like, he built the whole fucking company.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's the reason you're all here. Like that. Oh man, that's crazy.
Damn, change your smoke detector battery.
No,
That
that's
wasn't
me. It's my home alarm. My house alarm goes off every night at
It ain't me, bro.
That was a
11:45.
Black jump. Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
black
no,
jump.
I get the joke. It's funny, but it's my home alarm goes off at 11:45. So you're either in or you're out at 11:45. Like, that's it. We'll know from then on.
Like the purge.
Yeah, you try to leave the house, try to sneak out the window. The whole neighborhood will know, not just me. I got sirens. I got multiple sirens in the house. They'll all go off. So crazy stuff with Shu. Last of Us season 2 premieres April 13th. So get your max.
Well, we know you're not watching that.
I am not even one episode. I want nothing to do with it. In my mind, we ended right there with Ellie and Joel. Like that. That's
Why
it.
don't they just change season 2? Like we heard you.
They
like,
might.
We're gonna
They
change
might.
the whole season.
I don't think. I mean, they're
not. But
hang on. They had a lot of liberty with season 1.
they did.
Yeah. So like, I would not be surprised at all for you guys to be like, "Hey, I watched the show and it's pretty great, and there's all this stuff they added to it." I think they will.
But yeah, season 1 was more like a Telltale game. Like they added elements to it, but at the end it got to where it needed to be at.
Yeah, season 2 isn't even all of the second game.
We have Bruce in the chat, and he's chatted many things, but I haven't read them all. Sorry, Bruce, I'm just talking. But he says, to be fair, he, I presume Shuhei, explained on Colin's podcast, I have not listened, that he wasn't forced out like that in response to these headlines. Yeah, I didn't think it was so much. I read the context of the headlines.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much like you're out of here, but it was this is the role we have for you.
Or
And
we
there
have
was
nothing for you.
no other role available, right? Like, this is what we think you can do.
We're not going to tell you to leave.
Yeah, it was more like,
But-
like they were going to fire Shuhei Yoshida,
Yeah.
but it's like, we don't have anything else for you to do. So you can like sit here.
We're going to Ricky Stark you.
Kind of, yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
you're gonna-
you can sit in the office, but we don't have anything else.
Till
for you
your
to really do.
contract's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are.
That's what it sounded like. That's exactly what it sounded like. Good call, Delvin. No Rude Days stuff, but we do have some rumors. So skater
better
Tyshawn Jones said on the Breakfast Club podcast this week, quote, "I'm in a Tony Hawk game that's coming out. That's cool. I've got a new one that they're remastering, so that's about to come out, and I was in the last one." The funny thing about that comment, There is no Tony Hawk game that's been announced that's coming out.
Nope.
So everybody's like, what did he say? But there have been rumors for like a year now that we're probably getting Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remastered. And it's probably going to be like some sort of shadow drop or like a quick, we've announced it and it's out soon sort of thing. So I think that's exciting. Tony Hawk 3 and 4 are both great games. I think Tony Hawk 3 is great.
Donnie, do you know what the Breakfast Club is?
I don't. No.
See, I knew he did.
Why did you even? He didn't know what that was.
Yeah, it's a famous
Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, famous radio talk show.
Okay. Yeah.
In urban radio stations.
Well, I mean, is it because I don't know it because I'm white?
Probably. No, it's popular with white people.
You're not into hip hop. It's more of a hip hop.
I listen
It's more
I
that you're not
listen
into
to
hip-hop.
black podcasts, just not into
Yeah,
that.
it's because you're not into hip hop.
No,
that's
because
really what it is.
I figured it out because you said it's a podcast. It's kind of a podcast. It's not really a podcast. It's like a radio show.
Yeah, it's a radio show.
It's the clip from the news article. Yeah, I didn't go listen to it. I'm like vaguely familiar with Charlemagne. I've seen TikTok clips and stuff from that, but yeah, no, I definitely don't listen to it. Definitely not. I got another good rumor here. This comes from Corsair's gaming vice president, and I quote: "GTA 6 is the one everyone is talking about, and we'll get a glimpse of that, I think, later on this year for consoles." Adding to it, my understanding now is it's going to come out in the fall on console, and then early 2026 for PC, which would be, a difference from how Rockstar supported PC in the past. So if you're looking for any glimmer of hope that GTA 6 will come to PC somewhat soon after it launches, there's a little bit. Get a little bit of hope from them.
That's an interesting place for that to come from.
Yeah.
From the Corsair Gaming, like it's a weird place.
Yeah, that's like when Goofy had announced Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out. And it didn't come out.
There's a bunch of games that get announced like this. I'm not trying to build hope, but the last report from Rockstar's like CEO, right? They did kind of acknowledged that they were like, hey, PC's important.
PC is important, yeah.
They're like, we realize we can't just wait 2 or 3 years. like we need the game there. People are gonna buy the game a lot on PC, so we need the game to be there. No,
but
I wasn't taking that it would be soon.
Yeah,
like I wasn't reading
is,
that like it'd be soon.
They can release it whenever the hell they want on PC, and it's gonna sell like Grand Theft Auto is it's just a gaming cheat code.
It's just gonna sell. Like it's just gonna sell whatever. So I'm still in that. I know people are not gonna believe this, but like I'm still in that. I think I'm gonna wait for the PC copy.
Oh, I'm getting.
I really do. Like I don't want to buy it on Xbox. I don't really have an option right now. That's it. I'm not buying anything on Xbox.
Wait for it to come out and see how you handled the FOMO.
Okay.
Especially if there's like no mention of PC at all.
I 100% can eat these words, but like I haven't bought anything on Xbox.
Why would you?
This is great.
For like I want to say a year, but like at least like 8 or 9 months.
Why would you? It wouldn't make any sense for you to buy anything on Xbox.
So like I'm thinking to myself, like, am I gonna buy Grand Theft Auto? And I'm like, I kind of would rather just wait.
It's great.
Yeah, that's how you feel until it gets a release date, and me and Delvin are sitting here telling you how great it is.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not.
Again, I can't wait to see what
I'm
that
not drawing.
like.
I'm not drawing a line in the
Miami
sand.
too. I'm all in.
I'm telling you how I feel. Like I'm not gonna buy another console for it. You know, like if it comes on Switch 2, I'll buy there, but I'm not gonna buy it on Series S.
I think it'll be on Switch 2.
Now, like, could Jack buy it?
That's right. You don't have your Series X anymore either.
I don't.
You've got the peasant Xbox.
I have the little brother. I got the little box. So I'm not gonna play it on that. I'm really not.
Yeah, but you'll play it on the Switch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nintendo tax.
Because it's portable. Like just the idea of like.
So was your S. Your S is portable. It's
It's
got a
not gonna-
screen.
Listen,
Not-
we're laughing,
the
but
same.
because it's not going to come to the Switch 2. We know that.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
not.
so also I feel like based on like how the games are lining up, and maybe a better caveat, I think the amount of time that I've been dedicating to games lately, which is not a lot, I'm kind of thinking that like I've got plenty to play. I'm really kind
really?
of thinking
You
like
got plenty of games to play, huh?
like you're all gonna be like, I got GTA 6. I might be playing Shadows. You know, like there's 100 hours of
Hey.
Shadows here. I got to figure out.
Hey, I'm right there with you. Like a couple
know,
games,
so-
you got plenty. There's plenty of games out there to play. Plenty.
So, yeah, we'll
Grand
see.
Theft
Like,
Auto can wait. We've got plenty of games. It's fine.
there's like 3 big third-party games come out this summer that I want to play. You know, I'll be playing all those.
South of
It would be nice
I probably
if Rockstar would at least give PC people an idea of when it would come. You know, it'd be nice if by the time it launched, PC players knew when they could expect it to come.
So nice to have, but
It would be nice to have.
I would love for them to just be like, "What's that? What's a PC? We don't do that here."
That's what I would love for them to come and be like, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah,
You know,
quite
it's just
honestly,
like-
it's like, oh, you got to buy a console. You
Yeah.
got to buy a console. You
They
want
do
to play
that a
this?
lot.
You really want to play it now? Just buy the console. Like we have that over there. We have. Grand
I
Theft Auto
really,
at home.
I'm so interested because we are in, like, if this was a year ago, literally 1 year ago, I think my opinion would be vastly different.
Mhm.
Where we are now in the console life cycle, like, I'm really interested in, like, what does GTA 6 look like on console?
Mhm.
Like, is it hitting everything we thought we wanted from this generation, or does it feel burdened by this console? And, like, does GTA 6 come out and make us all look at next consoles? Which is kind of what I feel like it might be doing.
See, and I would push back and say it'll make you and me think that. There's not too many other people that are gonna feel
Well,
like
I
it's
just mean
burden.
I mean on the tech space then. Like I'm not talking for the whole everybody. But you know, like
Not me.
GTA either like pops off a generation and then you take off, or it's like we got it there, but like it wasn't meant for that. You know, like it needed more than what was to offer. Like we did it. We got GTA 5 on 360. You know, like it's there. Like you could play it if you want to, but like you probably shouldn't. Like I wonder, like where are we on that sliding scale now? These consoles are now old. You know,
Yeah.
like GTA 6 is arriving late, comparably speaking.
Yeah, but we always get like the best of the best towards the end. Like
Of
after
course,
they've learned
yeah.
how to optimize.
That's-
So it's
that's
very
what I'm
possible.
asking.
Like
Is
I
it
think
like
it's-
it's
I think it's gonna be
everything
great.
you could want it?
I think
It's
so.
60
I think it's gonna be great.
on all these things. It's great. Like or is it like, is it Cyberpunk? Not like busted, but like it's struggling to do everything it's tried to do. You know?
Nah, I think
it's
it's gonna
pushing.
run.
It's pushing the limits that the silicon can provide.
I think it'll do that, and I think you'll see like the pro really shine. Like this
Right,
is going to be
of
the
course.
game that just like holy okay, this is what it's at. We're going to get that dynamic, you know, res.
Is the
on
pro
regular
quality
PS5.
mode 30 or 60?
30.
I think it's still 30. I still think it's 30.
If that's true, I'm gonna wait to play it on PC.
Unless they
Like I
can
almost
do-
I feel very confident in that idea. Like if that's true, if the PS5 Pro quality mode is 30, I'm gonna wait to play it on PC.
Yeah, I think they'll do. I think like the true quality mode will definitely be 30, but they're gonna have like Spider-Man mode where
That
you can use
45
the
mode.
one
Yeah.
where it's like, oh man, you can't even feel the 45. It feels like it's 60 because of VRR and everything else, and it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
like it's gorgeous. So
OPP.
Again, I'm not drawing a line in the sand, but I know nobody's gonna believe me. But when I hear that, like I'm like, I'll wait. And the only reason I say that is as much as I love GTA as one of my favorite games, like so I get it. I understand the hesitation to believe me. I never beat GTA 5 until I played it on PC. Like I kept starting and stopping it, and like for all the little issues, like I wanted to play it better than it was. You know?
Yeah.
And that's when I settled in and actually played it. And like part of me is like, just wait. And you know, I'll have to miss out on that, but then I'll actually get to play it the way that I kind of want to play it.
There you go.
yeah, I'm playing on a 1440p screen, so it's gonna be just fine.
Yeah, you know me. I'll put mine in 1600 or whatever. I mean, I like to save performance. I'd rather play at 1080p anyway. Like I kind of wish the Switch 2 was a
But then-
1080p console.
then it
I wish the
doesn't-
Switch 2 would just come out and be like, we're not doing any 4K. It's 1080p, but guess what? We got DLS and everything. Shooting performance to the roof, like amazing, perfect. Like let's just do that. That's great.
Or if you want to play it at 1080p, then like it's the console.
Oh, they're not. Yeah, they're not going to give us options. You know, so we're not going to get like profiles. So there's still a lot of people that want Switch 2 to be like 4K, and I'm like, who gives a shit? like that's the least of my concerns. I don't want to be at 4K. I want to be at 60. I don't care what 60. Just get it to 60 somehow. Let's get to 60. That's the starting point. You know, I don't care if it's 960, 1080, 60, 1200. Like, just get to 60, and we'll take.
So
it
why is that okay, but the performance mode on a PS5 not? Because it's not going to be in 4K.
I didn't say it wasn't going to be okay. I didn't say it's not. I didn't say it's not okay. Like, you're reading that wrong. I don't have a PS5. I'm not going to go buy a PS5. I have a PC. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to play if they're like, hey, GTA 6 is, 828 frames a second on your Series. I'm not going to do that.
If it's 1080p 60 on your Series S.
If it's 1080p 60, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Perhaps.
Why wouldn't it be?
I don't know. I mean, hang on. I say I don't know, but there's a lot of games that aren't on Series S.
They don't run at 1080p 60.
Yeah, there are a lot of games. Yeah. There are games that push the
Why
limits.
does this
of Series S
console
by far.
exist?
Well, there's a lot of great games there's a lot of great games on Series S, but there are games, like newer games, like Baldur's Gate, right? Baldur's Gate had a real hard issue with Series S. They had a real time getting that game there. Series S has some bottleneck. I don't remember. I've looked into it. Digital Foundry has videos on it. Well, there's reasons out there. They'll tell you why, but I don't care. Because here's the thing. I don't use my Xbox to play games like that. I use my Xbox to play Rock Band and NCAA football. At this point, only because I don't have an alternative. When they put that shit on my Nintendo, I won't use it to play those. My Series S at this point has become a Rock Band machine. It's a Rock Band and Fable 2 machine. That's all I'm doing. I've stopped purchasing everything there. So I don't think I'm going to buy and play Grand Theft Auto there just because it's my option at the moment. I'm like, I'll wait. I'll just wait. I get on PC.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Sometime
Take it
this
down,
year,
word
hopefully.
days. We'll do a over-under or something. You figure it out. Maybe I'll eat those words. I've done it before. Wouldn't be the first crow I've eaten. Be a long, a dozen crows.
It's the Crow Master.
Right, but yeah, that's where my headspace is now. So we'll see.
For sure. Well, Rude Days, you failed us. Let's take some meds and get better. Son of a bitch. It's terrible. So we're just going to hop into questions.
Look at this. Yarden. You'll have a PS5 Pro on GTA 6 launch day. Clip it. There you go. There you go. If you're listening to this, Kyle, clip it. Clip this moment. Save it in our highlights, and we'll revisit it.
Kyle,
What he
if you
doesn't
listen to
know.
this, fuck you, Catapug.
There it is. What he doesn't know is it's going to be Delvin's PS5 Pro.
Probably.
Here's the funny
Because
thing.
Delvin's done.
Again,
He's not coming back.
I've flip-flopped and gone back and forth, but here's the funny thing. I feel kind of like very at peace with everything I just said. Like in a way that I don't think maybe is being heard. But honestly, it's like I'm fine. Listen, I got a new 64 and a Switch 2 to play anyway. I'm kind of not really it'll be fine.
Look, I get it because I'm totally I have nothing to play and I could care less at this point.
I kind of feel like our podcast has really kind of delved down that road of late. Maybe that's why we only have 6 people now. We've really kind of went off the deep end. It's you know what? Fuck it. I've played every Call of Duty campaign and beat them all except for the last one, which I got free day one and had access to it. And it played great on Series S. And guess what? I just didn't want to play it. That's all I can say. I played it for a little bit. I was like, that's great. And I just don't want to play it anymore. I don't know what it is. I just feel like
You're slowly turning into me, just little by little.
I've had a shift over the last 18 months. Things feel different now.
I'm gonna play the things that I really want to play, and everything else.
If Switch
I
2,
get to it.
If Switch 2 has like a remaster Breath of the Wild, I'm playing that. Even if GTA 6, I'm playing that anyway. Like I'm playing Breath of the Wild. So
Yeah, there it is. And Delvin's just, Super Nintendo games. He said, I'm done with this
like
new
I'll
stuff.
play Mario, I'll play Mario Kart, like,
I'm here. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
If I had a
changes,
PS5 Pro or something, it'd be different. But I don't, and I don't.
But you've
expect
had
to buy,
multiple PS5, so you've been down that road.
and I've learned those lessons. That's the difference. And I don't expect to buy one of those for one game that I can just wait to come to PC. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I bought it for Astrobot, honestly, with the intent thinking Astrobot will never come to PC. GTA it's gonna come to PC. So
Yeah, and you didn't even finish Astrobot, did you?
I really didn't. Nope. Didn't even reach that.
Wow.
So
Good stuff. Speaking of Yarden, he says, yeah, but why the fuck would Microsoft use Bleeding Edge to train Muse? Bleeding Edge fucking sucks. Have a great show.
I would think because of the style of game it is, it being character driven and service based, like multiplayer, it was probably a really good example to show off what Muse can do, right? Because it's simple. Like it wasn't like a 3D open world game with lots of NPCs you can interact with differently, and every player choice matters and changes things. That seems very complex to teach something. But go here, punch person. Yeah, that's really easy to teach an AI model to copy and paste that. That would be my guess. I don't know. That's a simpleton's take on it, but that'd be my guess.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's also a game that nobody's playing, so nobody can like it's another part of it. So
Roast for me.
Here's my thing. Is this going to be this whole thing? Muse, Microsoft AI gaming dev and all that. Is this just going to be like another HoloLens that in 5 years we're like, you remember that shit they were talking about and it never happened and nobody cared?
I would say yes if AI wasn't in everything else. If Copilot wasn't a thing. If all these other AI driven things weren't like still in existence. Then yeah.
Differently. Copilot is a thing, like it exists and then the icon is there. But is it a thing? Are people actually using this? It's like, is it a thing?
Yes. I've had several of my customers ask, when are we going to have Copilot? Because they've started using ChatGPT and all these other AI models. So they're like, oh, we have my icon changed from Office 365 to Office 365 Copilot. Do we have Copilot now? Can I use that? So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I really do think it's going to be a thing.
This is my old
next
man
phase.
moment. I turn all this stuff off. I don't like, to me, and maybe this is a simpleton like way of looking at it. To me, it's all just predictive text. I don't want swipe text. I don't want Siri. I don't want Alexa. I don't want Copilot. I don't want Gemini. It's
I'm
to
with
me,
you.
it's just predictive text. Like I've yet to see something tangibly make my job easier because like they're just like, it'll help you write an email. It's like, I don't need help writing an email. That's not what I need help doing.
My wife uses it a lot. She uses one called Claude, and it really helps her. Like when she's got a bunch of abstract thoughts she's trying to pull together and figure something out, she really, really like heavily has started relying on AI to be able to start giving her ideas, even if it's not the exact thing that she wants. She's like, okay, well, that works. Can we take this and add this to it? So she uses it a great deal in her line of work for her coaching and her training.
I have a friend that uses it to do their calendar scheduling a lot. And he has AI that's either scheduling their appointments or checking their calendar for them so they don't have to. And that sounds like a very useful tech. I just haven't learned how they do it. I don't I haven't invested into it.
Yeah.
I've heard of applications, but like so much of it's like so much of what I've seen so far is like to what you were talking about. Gemini, Copilot, it's like here's a suggestion on your PowerPoint. Here is how to finish the sentence. It's like those things already existed. It's like, here's Google. Like we searched Google. It's like, yeah, but Google was there already. Like you've summarized Google. Like so much of my interfacing with it so far has just been things like that. I'm like, how valuable really is this? I've seen demonstrations of it writing code, but none of that has made its way to my applications or my code block that I can actually use.
Right.
You know, so that's, I guess, maybe there's the difference. Like I've seen it been done. I've seen people say you can do it, but nobody's actually said, and here's how you can do it. It's like, it can be done over here in this program, but that doesn't translate to my program. Like there still seems to be that gap, at least for me.
Yeah. I don't use it in
adopt
any way,
any of
shape, or
this.
form. I don't use swipe. I turn off all of that crap. I'm the same. I don't need it. There's no benefit for me. I don't need help writing an email. I don't need Grammarly or anything like that. There's no benefit for me. My wife, she swears by it at this point. She's constantly pulling things from Claude and Chat GPT. She's got a subscription for Claude. So it helps her a great deal. And for her,
Wow.
it's because her mind is always like, she's got so many things. It's a tool that she's able to be like, okay, these are all the things in my brain. Can you help me find a way to coalesce them into something that makes sense? And it really helps her out. So she loves it.
Nice.
But I have no use for it, but I have several, like I said, of my customers who are looking for AI solutions because, hey, I use Chat GPT for this. Do we have something that does that? Do we have Copilot? And we just don't have the infrastructure to roll any of that stuff out right now. So, yeah, so with that being said, yeah, I think this AI and gaming thing is not going to go anywhere because it's just another useful tool that they're going to be trying to use to cut corners and cut people. Unfortunately.
I think there's big application on the art side. We've seen that. Like we've seen what AI can do just to generate art. So I think if there was an application that's probably its best application at the moment, we can just create assets.
Yeah, I'm not using that shit.
Yeah, I'm good. I hate that. I really hate that. Just pay artists.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. All right. Delvin Jr. wants to know, what's a
Never heard
game
of
you
him.
didn't expect to like, but ended up enjoying in one way or another?
Tears of the Kingdom. That's always my
That's
go-to
good.
answer for this.
Good answer. Yeah.
Because I love that game. I legit did not like Breath of the Wild, and I legit love Tears. I love Tears of the Kingdom so much, I'm saying, man, I need to give Breath of the Wild another chance. And I'm waiting for that remaster because I'm hyped to play it now. It clicked.
Game that I didn't expect to like. That's tough because y'all know me.
You know,
Only
like
gems,
nothing.
baby. Only gems,
Yeah,
baby.
He predetermines if he'll like it or not before he ever tries it.
Yes.
Yep.
I feel like I don't have an answer, but then I also feel like I have 100 answers. Because
Yes,
like I could pick like a really small like indie game that I was like, I didn't think I'd like this, and I did. But, like I don't know if that's really answering the question.
I mean, it is because if you didn't think you was gonna like it, and you're like, oh wow, I really did like this
I feel
game.
like
That
the question is maybe like on a bigger scale.
doesn't have to be.
No. So whatever scale you make it to be.
Exactly. Oh, you know what? Walking Dead season 1.
There you
I
go.
did
That's a
not
good answer.
expect to like that game at all because I don't typically like stuff. I don't like choose your own adventure type stuff. Did not expect to like that game at all. But what it was for me is what it is in normal. What normally draws me in, the characters. I fell in love with the characters, and it compelled me to continue to play the game, and I really, really enjoyed it. If you don't have characters that draw me in and a story that I enjoy, I'm not playing that game.
Great game. Fantastic game.
Yeah. Anything, Donnie? Anything coming to mind?
Nothing immediately. Like I'm being honest. Like my long-standing go-to option for this would be Fire Emblem. I don't really like a lot of games like Fire Emblem. I don't like other games like Fire Emblem. I don't really like turn-based games, but I love Fire Emblem. But I almost feel like it doesn't count because I've loved Fire Emblem for many, many years. People are like, yeah, of course, Donnie, you like Fire Emblem. Like, that's a thing.
It still counts.
Yeah, what
Oh,
else
hang
it
on.
counts?
I'm just scrolling through icons. No Man's Sky.
There
I
you
never
go.
played it. I never played it because I didn't think I'd like it. I never really got it. I kind of still don't get it. But I got it on Switch, started playing on Switch, and like, yeah, kind of fell into it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I was like, actually, this shit's kind of dope, though. I get it. Like, it's really awesome. and was shuffling around space, landing on different planets, like building bases and shit, shooting shit, like fucking blowing up, like making holes in the ground and collecting termite or whatever the hell it's called, and trying to figure it out, trying to do stuff.
Great game.
I kind of got into it, and that's not something that I ever would have expected to like, which is why I didn't play it for so many years. You know,
Nice.
I watched them update it, and I was like, I don't know if that's for me.
Very nice. John 32 says, with so many games scoring in the low 80s so far this year, which major release do you think will be the highest reviewed title this year on Metacritic?
Ooh,
If
that's a
GTA
really,
6 comes out, I'm going to say
that's
GTA 6.
GTA 6 is a really good one. I don't know if it's a really good one. It's an easy one that I can think to point to. How did
Whatever the hell
GTAs
Nintendo does.
How did the other GTAs review?
Have no idea.
Have they all been like super high?
They were
You know,
decent. Like,
I
in the 80s,
don't look
wanna
at
say.
fucking critic scores.
Yeah, me too. It is like
So Grand Theft Auto 5 got a 97,
Yeah, just look.
4 got a 98, 3 got a 97. So yeah, they've all
so
scored.
It's
really
supposed
high.
to be amazing, yeah. Because it is kind of the thing is when a GTA releases, we do expect it to like push the industry forward.
Yeah,
Is that the expectation with 6 that it's like the greatest thing you've ever played to that moment?
Probably, and for a lot of people, it will be.
Yeah, it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your expectation, Delvin? You're going to play GTA 6 be the greatest thing you've ever touched to that point?
I won't think it's be the greatest thing I've ever touched, but I think it'll be a monumental step in.
It's the best game on PlayStation 5.
Probably.
Really?
Is that the expectation? Is the expectation is when you buy that game, you sit down and play on your PS5 Pro, it's the best thing you've played on that console. Is that the expectation?
It's not an expectation, but it's definitely a high possibility.
Hang on. So what is your expectation? I don't
Just
know
that
what the possibilities are. What is your
Just-
expectation?
I go
of
in.
GTA
My
6?
expectation is just an amazing GTA game.
Okay.
I don't ever go in thinking it's going to be the greatest game of our generation. I'm like, this is going to be great.
But in the terms of our question, as Dev just read, all of these games are scoring 97 and above.
Yeah,
So the expectation is
high.
stratosphere. I kind of
It's
feel
so
like
funny. It's not how I look at that at all.
okay.
Just because it scores a high, that's just somebody's opinion. Like that doesn't mean
it's not
shit.
just somebody's opinion; it's most people's opinion, right?
It's like a bunch of critics.
Right, but it's a
But
bunch.
if I don't like what they like, then that 98
Of course.
doesn't mean anything.
Of course,
So
we're
like,
not- yeah, that wasn't the point of the
but see that
the
also,
question.
a game being a 98 also to me doesn't mean it's the greatest game ever. It just means it's the best Grand Theft Auto game.
Okay.
It just means it's a good game.
That wasn't the line of my question. It wasn't.
I get what
trying
Donnie
to-
was saying.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. At
He's
all.
talking
I wasn't
about the
trying to
hype
say-
level for it. Like,
Yeah, I'm trying to zero in on where, because like
I also don't think that it's like this is the best game on PlayStation. I don't think that is the expectation. I think this is the best Grand Theft Auto game.
when GTA 5 released, where we were at the time on PS3 and 360, I saw like at that point I saw the future of gaming. I was like, this is doing shit I've never seen before. I don't think I have that expectation for GTA 6
but
because I've seen so much since GTA 5.
I don't think when I played GTA 5, I was like, this is the best game I've ever played. I thought it was great. Because wasn't The Last of Us out around that time?
Hang on. Not. I think we're losing ourselves maybe semantically. Not the greatest thing I've ever played. I'm not trying to go there. It felt like, I think like maybe a lot of people call it, it felt next gen. GTA 5 was doing shit that like we weren't doing before GTA 5.
I don't know if I felt
Like
that.
it was doing stuff.
I didn't feel that either.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm trying to think, was
Okay.
The Last of Us out around then? Would The Last of Us come first?
GTA, The Last of Us was doing stuff that a lot
On
of games did
PS3,
before, it just did
yeah.
it better. But it was doing the like systematically. It wasn't doing anything I've never seen in a game before. It was just doing it very well.
I'm comparing the two because when I played The Last of Us, I kind of felt that like this is different.
The difference, and
When I played GT, I'm like,
I'm gonna let you do your thing. What I want to say is I think you're reading too much into like the story and characters, what they mean to you. I get that. The emotion, everything. Yeah, I get it. Storytelling, great. Dude, The Last of Us, the gameplay, like what was happening on screen. You're pulling ladders and doing block puzzles. Like, we've done that in Uncharted games for years. Like, that wasn't novel. That wasn't new.
What were we doing that was different in GTA besides switching characters?
I think
it wasn't just switching characters. It's the size of the world, the amount of traffic system, the amount of route. Like, it's a very complex game systematically. Honestly, to this day, there's a lot of things that GTA 5 does that like Cyberpunk didn't do, and that came out a decade later.
I agree, but I didn't.
That's what I'm talking technically, systematically. GTA 5 was a marvel compared to the games we came from.
I agree, but I didn't look at it like that. When I looked at The Last of Us, I remember when I was watching The Last of Us, the whole thing where you go behind somebody and choke them out and you can see them like struggling. I thought that shit was awesome. The whole clicker things.
Last of Us felt like more of a shift in gaming and how games were created and developed versus GTA 5. GTA 5 just felt like the evolution of Grand Theft Auto. Like, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking about two completely different things. So
when I look at it,
I don't want to keep beating the dead horse.
Yeah,
it's clearly I'm talking about something completely different.
I agree with you, but
you guys are describing.
I just didn't at the time. I didn't see it that way. You're correct, but I didn't see it that way at the time. I just thought it was like, oh, this is just the evolution of GTA.
I'm not saying the GTA 5 was better than Last of Us. You know,
no, you're not saying that.
You guys know that I don't share that opinion.
Yeah, right. I get what you're saying. Like the technical stuff that GTA 5 was doing, and even to me, I still feel like, it's just the evolution of open world games. But to me, that's not what's moving gaming forward. It doesn't feel like that's the evolution or this amazing thing that's moving. It's just this is how open world games are. Like, we've made.
It's funny you say that because I think an entire decade of games that came after it have borrowed a lot of that.
Oh yeah, but
so I think it did kind of move games forward.
It did. It definitely did.
Like when a whole decade of games came out trying to do that, that's kind of what it did.
It did, but when it came out, I didn't think of it like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you were saying. I think I do. Yeah, and then like technically prowess, like what Naughty Dog did with motion capture and making it cinematic and blending cinematics with gameplay, I'm with you. I get that on an animation level, but systematically I keep saying systems at a game design level. The game design of Last of Us is actually, I don't want to call it simple. I think it's an oversimplification, but in the worlds of games we were playing at the time, common. We'd played games like it.
It is common.
It was common. I don't think there's really like what other game was like GTA 5 before GTA 5. I don't think there is one. GTA 4 that's for sure. It wasn't.
Other than switching characters and having just a large ass world
difference. Yeah,
you've got a more powerful machine. You can make a larger world that has more stuff going on.
It's not just that it's bigger, right? It's not just that it's bigger. It's that it's more complex. The amount of different systems that are working interconnected. The mission structure, there's a lot more to it than just that.
Switching characters at any time.
Yeah, like it's not just that.
It's like feel like a
it's
living,
the totality of it.
Yeah, I get it.
But the point that I'm trying to make, which I regret even starting this conversation. Like I regret even going down this path. But the point I was trying to make is, I feel like since GTA 5 to now, I feel like so much of that space has been explored. Between Red Dead, between Cyberpunk, like I'm not personally expecting GTA. I'm not expecting to sit down and play GTA 6 and being like, "Oh my god, 98 out of 100." Like I'm not expecting that same kind of reaction because I feel like the industry, like game development, is different now than it was, fucking 14 years ago. You know, it's a long time.
Would you say that you feel like it's caught up with GTA?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a lot of other people have caught up to GTA, where I feel like GTA is going to be like a very good, big open world game. But like, is it going to push the needle like those? I don't know. I don't know if, hang on. I don't know if that's my expectation. I agree. That might be globally the expectation because that's what Rockstar does. But like from what I've seen from GTA 6 in the 30 seconds of trailer that we got, right? From what I've seen from that, that's not my expectation.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that maybe because Cyberpunk has done a lot of the things that you wanted from GTA?
That's like I've gone literally the longest way around to make that point. But that is the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
It's not just Cyberpunk. Like I'm thinking of what Valhalla's done, what Odyssey's done, what Cyberpunk's done, what The Witcher did. Like I just feel like this space has been pushed in a way, what Red Dead 2 did. Like all of this. I'm just like I don't know if I just don't know if I'm putting all of my eggs in the GTA 6 basket, I guess, is the long point I was trying to make.
It's just a better, bigger, living, breathing world. That's what Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be.
I'm literally expecting bigger, better GTA 5.
Yeah, that's how I expect it too.
Is that a 98 game?
I think it would be. If they expand on the GTA Online, which people love.
It's not going to come day and date. They've already said that GTA Online is going to stay, and if there's a GTA Online 2, we'll explode that road when it comes. But I don't think they're going to have an online mode coming with GTA 6, and I also don't think GTA 6 has to move the needle for the industry for it to be a 98. I don't think that matters at all. If it's a good game, if it's fun. If
GTA
just
6 comes out and it's a Metacritic 83, you don't think that's going to be a big deal?
Oh, it definitely would be.
It definitely would be, but I don't think it's going to be an 83.
But also, GTA now is kind of like pop culture.
Yeah.
People don't just buy it just to buy it because it's GTA. It's going to be successful because it's GTA.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I think GTA just has to be fun and be GTA, and it's going to get a 90-something. As long as it's not broken and it plays well and the story is fun and the characters are good,
I'm looking at
easily a 90-something.
Maybe here's the point I'm trying to dance around. I opened Metacritic just like you did, and I searched GTA. If I was to tell you that I think GTA 6 is going to be lower rated than GTA 5, 4, San Andreas, and Vice City, would you think I'm crazy?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, that's kind of like
I'm
looking at these numbers and I'm like, I don't think GTA 6 is going to get these numbers.
I would think it'll probably get like a 92.
Because I think it's going to be very good. Because I think Rockstar, it's going to be very polished, very good. But I feel like it's like I guess the point I'm trying to make is the industry is different. I don't know if people are going to be as impressed by this now as they were then, I guess is the ultimate.
You also have a completely different set of people reviewing the games.
True.
Correct.
True. But think about their experiences today versus their experiences when GTA 5 came out.
Were they even born when GTA 5 came out?
But even if they were, that's the point I'm making, is that I think GTA 5 was impressive in a way that another bigger, better GTA 5 isn't in today's world. You've got games like Baldur's Gate, Elden Ring, Cyberpunk, Red Dead 2. It's got to have something new, right? To really get people going.
Does it?
Yeah, I think so. Horizon Zero Dawn, Breath of the Wild.
This is why a lot of games like these. This is why I hate the whole idea of the review and the comparison, because it's like, how come GTA can't just stand on itself? Is GTA fun? Is it good? Does it have systems that work? Then that's the score. Why does it have to be something different than what Horizon did or something different than what Kingdom Come Deliverance did to have a good score?
I don't think it has to. I think just to drive, that hype, that's what the upper echelon scored. You saw 98s. That's rare air, Dev. Most games don't touch that.
Yeah, but if it's good enough, the whole premise of the game is shit fun. Do I enjoy being in this world?
Yeah, no, yeah, I think, you're not saying anything. We all know.
And if it's not broken, it's 98, easy.
I feel like I've lost the plot with my own thought exercise. I thought I was going in a direction, and I don't know if we got there. So maybe just move on.
You already know when it comes to this type of stuff, we're always going to be going in opposite directions.
It wasn't even opposite direction. I think I was just trying to.
You were going in.
I was trying to paint an analogy, and I probably just did a very poor job.
We're going the same way. Just one of us is outside the car running. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah. To be fair, Bruce, I thank you. Bruce says you don't need an ID. I don't care. I don't care what the score be 76 for all I give a shit. I'm buying the game anyway. Like I don't care. But I think we all know what I'm talking about is that industry level. The point I'm trying to make is that as we hear about it from like every CEO that keeps talking about GTA 6 and whether their games will come out and move, the whole fucking industry seems like they have all the eggs in this basket. And I'm just starting to now wonder, like, is that a good idea? Because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I think there's a greater than lesser chance that GTA 6 is just GTA.
Yeah.
And that is the reception for people. It's like, it's GTA. Like, it's very good GTA, but like maybe that, and I know Dev doesn't want to hear this, but maybe that comes across as underwhelming to people expecting more than that.
It's possible.
I think
Who are those
that's
people?
possible. I think
It's possible, but who are those people and are they a loud enough voice
I don't
to
think
matter?
I don't think
But
it's a
also-
minority. I think that's likely like the average consumer. I think they are expecting GTA 6 to be the greatest achievement in video games. Like I think
Also-
that is the
that average
expectation
consumer-
that's coming.
Also, probably is not reading reviews or anything. They just know there's a new
Maybe.
GTA out, and I'm gonna go get the new GTA.
But also,
Yeah, maybe the average informed consumer then.
Underwhelming for GTA could be a 92.
1,000, yeah,
Yes.
1,000%, 100%.
So like, this is
You know,
great, but
We might
this is
play
amazing.
like literally.
And the question is, do
might
those 6
be-
points even matter?
No.
Yeah.
Hang on. I want to be clear. I'm not trying to focus on the score. The score, I don't care.
Squad, I get what
That's
you're
not
saying.
the point I'm trying to make. What I'm trying to say is like a year from now, 18 months from now, are we playing like the lowest reviewed GTA game that we're like, it's amazing, but it's the lowest reviewed one?
Very
Like,
possible.
what does that do for that hype cycle? We all know what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm having to explain a reality that you guys are dismissing as not being a reality. GTA is all about fucking hype. They're like, we made $1 billion in a day. We've sold 100,000 million copies. Like, that's their shit. That's what they do. And I'm
And what I'm
wondering
saying is, I don't think that affects the hype cycle at all.
Is that what are we looking down the barrel of that right now? Is everybody expecting that we're going to be like, they sold 4 billion games in one day?
Yeah, I think that's
Like,
still
is
gonna happen.
is this the savior the industry needs?
It's still going to happen.
As it's
Because it's
currently
GTA.
being kind of positioned to be. Like, you've literally got CEOs across like entire different publishers like, if we can just make it to GTA 6, maybe everything will be better.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
point I'm really
that's-
trying to make.
Yeah, that's still gonna happen.
Is that like mass spending just coming out just because it's just GTA? That's happening.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
gonna happen.
the same
All
way,
right.
way we do for 2K and Madden and everything else.
Well, yeah, but we're not doing it for 2. That's the problem. is right now, those games aren't doing that.
Was NCAA football not the highest sold
it was
game?
the one
And then
game that just
all
came
of
out
the
in 20
other
years for the
games
first time.
after
Yeah, that did it. But
everything
but,
behind it was Madden and Call of Duty and all of the same players.
look, man, I bring up the news every week. We've talked about it. The year over year is down. Spending is down. Everything is down. That's why everybody's cutting jobs.
Yeah.
That's not a new thing. That's not a debatable thing. That's fact. That's reality.
Yeah, and I so what does this even mean? I don't think the hype cycle is going to change what the score is. I think GTA is still going to sell massive amounts regardless, and
like,
probably
it's
do
gonna-
the exact same thing that it did last time.
Yeah. We know it has built-in sales. Like, we know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That yeah. Like I said, I think maybe I lost the point of my own question.
Moving on
Y'all
to
think
something
it's 4 hours.
completely
Thank you.
completely somewhere else. TPR says you're astronomers for a day and you discover new constellations. What are you naming them?
TPR, what
Wrong
the fuck you
answers
talking about?
only.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
naming them shit. Yeah.
I want to ask. Guess what? I'm going to ask Gemini or Copilot what to name them.
There you go. Yeah, Claude can tell us.
I can't
Go ahead and name this
possibly.
constellation.
I can't possibly be bothered nor saddled with the responsibility of being creative on the fly. So I will just ask AI and then use those answers.
What Donnie said.
I'll name him after my PSVG family. Donnie's ring.
Donnie's ring.
Yes. Dev's hat. Constellation like a hat.
Oh, I'm definitely naming one gold coin.
Yes. There you go.
Gold coin ain't real.
I just asked Gemini to give me names for
I appreciate Lord Smith's answer.
constellations.
That's the correct answer.
I said,
Whap.
Gemini, give me fake names for constellations. This is what Gemini said. There are 88 officially recognized constellations. It says Orion, Ursa Minor, Leo. It just named me constellations.
It just gave you kind of. They said
This is the point I was trying to.
this is
bring up
AI,
there.
huh? This is what we
It's
want.
just
This is
Google,
what we
man.
want?
Like it just Googled constellation. Like I already had a tool for this.
Name one Snurts.
I didn't need you to do that.
Snurts a major.
Right.
There you go.
Snurt's a major.
Yeah.
Snurt's belt.
Yeah. Fuck you,
The
Kyle.
Delvin Dipper.
Yeah.
Okay. This is so terrible.
Yeah.
I just said, no, those are real names. Give me fake names for constellations. And this is, I kid you not, this is what AI gives me. The Cosmic Hunter, the Great Dipper. Not the
That
Big
shit
Dipper,
sucks.
it's the Great Dipper.
Fuck this.
Wow.
We're gonna name these constellations after Transformers.
I'm just going to name mine Bob, dude.
Oh, Omega Supreme. There you go.
Like, that's Bob. That's John. That's Dev. You know.
There's Tim and Bill.
Yeah.
Galvatron.
Or we name it like cats, right? That's Boots. You know,
I like that. That's not bad.
that's Simba.
What's that in the
you
sky?
know.
That's Boots.
That's
There's
Oreo.
Puss.
Yeah, like I'm just gonna name them after cats. I think we'd all know constellations better if we named them after cats.
Yeah.
The
This is
fuck
true.
knows Orion and Leo? Nobody does give a shit about that. You know.
I do. I know them. I can
Okay.
point them out in the sky. I'm a nerd.
Fuck is that? That's just a bunch of stars together.
So Ryan's belt. That's the hunter. There's Taurus.
Who the fuck is that?
There's the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper and Gemini. Yeah.
Nope.
Unfortunately,
Don't know who
I
those guys
fucking
are.
know where some of those things are.
None of them. I live in the hood.
Yeah.
That's a
What the
drone.
There's too much lights. I can't see stars.
I can't see stars. That's a drone. Might be an alien.
No, we need Tigger, Daisy, Oreo, Boots, Pumpkin, Fred,
Optimus Prime.
These all your cats.
Optimus. Oh,
Starscream.
if we did Transformers as constellations, I think that works.
Starscream. Omega
Megatron,
Supreme.
Bumblebee.
Megatron. Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Sideswipe.
Megatron sounds like a constellation.
Yeah.
That's
Ironhide.
Megatron.
Yeah.
Ironhide. Yeah, that's star sounding shit.
Yeah. Let's go. Perception.
We
Not
did
what
it.
Dev. Not whatever Dev just said.
What did I say?
I don't know, some made up shit about Leo and Orion and shit.
No, I just renamed. I just said the stuff that Google gave you first.
Whatever.
That are all actual constellations
The actual stars, see?
that I
Sound
can
wave.
find in the sky.
He gave the actual
Fuck.
star names. Those shit sound suck.
Can we
They
name them
suck.
after the Power Rangers?
That works.
Fuck no. Fuck
Black
no.
Ranger.
Fuck Power Ranger.
They'd have to have
Voltron.
colors, though. That's the
Rangers.
problem. We'd have to have colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So then you could use the black hole, and that could be the Black Ranger. You can use.
Yeah.
You can get a red star, like
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, and that can be the Red Ranger.
And then the
Yeah,
other
but if you
black
can't
hole,
see it,
the
how
other
would you
Black
know?
Ranger.
You can see them. You just have to have really
looking
good
at the
telescope.
sky. If you walk out into your yard and they all look like lights.
So for you gotta get a telescope. You gotta say, okay,
Nah,
that's,
see, that's when
a
you lose
red
people.
one.
That's an extra step.
The green
You need to know. You know, you got to put yourself on a 14th century boat trying to cross the Atlantic. You have to navigate through the stars. How do you?
But then
That's
also
Tommy.
the constellation is multiple stars. It's not just one. So it's got to be like a whole set that makes something, and that becomes the constellation.
That's
course.
Trini. That's Tommy. That's Jason. That's Billy. That's Zach. That's Kimberly. Zordon.
He did it.
Rita Repulsa. Yeah.
He did it.
I
Rita.
wouldn't go there if I
Constellation
knew the
Rita.
way.
He did the whole thing.
Yeah.
God, I hate Power Rangers.
Tiger
So
Zord.
good. Yeah.
Tiger
Right.
Zord. Let's go.
remember
Zord.
I forgot when he
Fucking-
had that dumbass kid in there.
To costume up, dude, playing a flute. the baddest flute player
Playing a
that's ever
flute
existed, isn't
through
it?
a mask.
Yeah.
Through a mask with no mouth.
That's mad skills.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Thank you, Snurts.
Snurts is really high.
Thank you, Snurts. I love it.
Dude, talk about really
Lay off the weed.
Yesterday, I was in rare form, dude. Like rare form. Like I vaguely remember what was going on, but here's like my lasting memory. I partook in our activity starts before I went to dinner and before we had fun, because that's the thing. When you get old, you do fun before you go out to dinner. That's it. That's the way to go.
Yeah.
But I got these THC infused drinks, and I was drinking them throughout the day, and they really kicked in at dinner. So we went out to Mexican, and I got tacos, and there was a point where, like, we got tacos and chips and meat and everything, and I was sitting there and I was looking at my waitress and I was like, when the hell is she going to bring us our tacos? And I looked down and I'd already eaten them, and I was like, oh shit, you need to go back to the hotel room. It's time to go back. Like, you've had enough. Like, it's time to go. Like, check please. Like I was waiting on food that had already arrived.
Wow.
I had already arrived, already eaten it. And it was like, where are those tacos? And I just looked down at my messy plate and I was like, oh, I ate those tacos. Shit. Like, I had completely lost track of that.
That's crazy.
Fun night.
Snurts wants to know, what's the nastiest food or drink you've ever consumed?
I think I have you beat. All of you. Without knowing your answers, I think I have you beat.
I hate asparagus. That's probably the nastiest thing I've ever tasted. I cannot stand asparagus.
That is so low on the totem pole of nasty things you could eat. Just
I'm
a
sure.
regular vegetable as is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine's similar. I hate raisins.
Okay.
You hate raisins?
I hate
raisins.
I do not
That's
like
the nastiest food you've ever had.
Wow.
Raisins, like a fruit that people just eat as a snack.
Raisins?
I hate
So
That's
no
wild.
oatmeal raisin cookie for you? What kind of?
raisins.
That'd be
That's
like
crazy.
it's like the nastiest food ever has goldfish. Like, that's crazy, Delvin.
I don't like raisins at
That's so bland. And
This is also a man who thinks pancakes are better than everything else. So
all. Yeah, he's correct.
I don't know that we can trust him.
Raisins are disgusting.
yeah. This morning at my breakfast that we had in the hotel, they had a waffle station. Nowhere to be found, though, was any pancake station of any kind. So I just thought
That is
I'd point
correct.
out. You could not have a pancake in any form that wasn't available to you.
Because they make them fresh for you. They'll let you.
There was also nobody upset about that. They were like, yeah,
nasty,
waffles are
grubby
way
hands
better. So
making whack ass waffles.
I
Here,
ate
go
the
make
waffles.
it. Go have fun. Make a bum ass waffle.
That waffle was legit, sir.
Make
Waffles
a
are
bum
amazing.
ass waffle. It's
The
crackhead
worst
waffle.
food I've ever had, the worst basic food, like without like making it worse, the worst basic food I ever had was a raw oyster. That was disgusting. I never want to eat another one in my life. The worst food, worse than that though, the worst thing I've ever consumed was when I was in middle school and I was placed with my aunt and uncle to live. They used to send me to church camp, the whole church indoctrination shit. And at church camp for cabin points, so my team would win, I ate sardines and rice pudding.
Ugh.
Doesn't sound good at all.
It's very not. It's disgusting, and I very much almost puked.
Nope.
But yeah, it was a contest on who could raise the most points, and very competitive younger me was like, I got this.
I don't need points that bad.
It wasn't worth it. I gotta tell you, like looking back at it, it was a real stupid shit to do
Those
for some
are
invisible points. But
two
back then, I did it. So
very distinctly different tastes
it
that
was
don't
the
go
worst.
together at all.
It was the worst. And rice pudding too, because the tapioca it's textured pudding.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Gross.
To this
No,
day, I'm like,
thank you.
why? Why did you ever? Like, I should have been like that cool kid like Dev, probably just sitting in the back, like, I'm good. You know?
1000%.
No. But no,
I
I
got
was
this.
like, no, I'm going to fight for all of you. Like, we're going to do this.
No.
We're going to win. You know, like,
We'll
I'm
find
fine
another
with
way to
losing.
make up those points. We're gonna find another way to get these points.
Hey.
We,
Fine with losing.
we did win. Like, like to that point, I did win. So I get it, man. I get it.
I've never had sardines.
I'm not proud of it.
Wouldn't do it. Never had
Not
oysters.
Sardines are really salty.
Oh.
They don't go with
Ugh. Like I
rice
can still
pudding.
kind of taste it. Like I can still.
So would you eat a sardine over a raisin?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
That is just the most
Wow.
ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
I fucking hate raisins.
So do you hate grapes as well?
No, I like grapes. Hate raisins.
Why? What happened to you? Was
Raisins
it the
are-
California raisins?
I like those guys. Those are pretty cool. Pretty nice guys.
Give
I
me a
see.
golden raisin in my oatmeal. Let's go.
Yeah, oatmeal and raisins is very good.
Like if somebody
Not just
was
cookies, but like an actual bowl of oatmeal. Like that's good shit.
Yeah.
Little
Yeah.
granola maybe. Add a little crunch. Like it'll spice up, and you're off and running, man.
This is why the raisins in the potato salad pisses them off just that much further.
I almost punched someone in the face for trying to make me eat raisins. Like legit.
That's extreme.
don't do
That's a
that.
bit much, Delvin.
Yeah, if you're not allergic to it, that seems like a reach.
No, don't play in my face trying to give me shit.
You're like,
don't
I
want.
should be able to physically harm you for offering me
Yeah.
this commonly
No,
accepted
not
snack.
offering to me, trying to make me eat it.
Like sit
Or
on
trying
you
to
and
trick
force
me
you
to
to
eat
eat it.
it. You're like, hey, take this. No, don't try to force me to do shit. That's how you get punched in the face.
That's a bit extreme,
Delvin said, "Talk shit, get shot."
basically. Snurts, the hot sauce. Why? Like, I don't understand why people want to intentionally burn their mouths off. I
I love
don't
some
understand
hot
it.
sauce.
I love hot sauce.
Yeah, fuck that. I love some hot sauce.
I
was
like
kind of
hot sauce.
confused. Like, Snurts, that's the worst thing you've ever had to consume was hot sauce?
I think he's talking about the one that's
But
like
this is the
gimmick one.
specific hot sauce. The bomb hot sauce is like the Kelvin meter is it's way up there. It's the type
it's
of
like
shit.
crazy.
And
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I like hot sauce, but I don't understand why anybody would want to just take stuff that is literally going to melt your face.
Yeah, we
Like,
know
that
you
just
like hot
doesn't
sauce.
make
Come
any
on.
sense.
We know that.
I mean, duh.
Yeah, we have.
But that
You don't have to
that's
clarify that.
egregious. That's egregious.
We know.
I like that. That's good stuff. Yeah, I love the spicy stuff. My wife, she can't handle like heavy pepper. Like if I throw anything in, she's just like, she eats my chili, which I now make like as mildly as I possibly can. She'll take one bite of it and she'll go, oh. I'm like, oh my fucking God, with this damn performance again. Like, geez, I didn't put anything in it. Like any spice to her is hot sauce. Like spice to her is hot sauce. Like if you put
That's
spice
my
in it,
kids.
it's hot sauce. I'm
My
like, I
kids are
can't
the
even
same
with
way.
you guys. Like it's chili. It's supposed to be kind of spicy, and it's like absolutely not. You know.
Yeah. All right. Last question from June Debs, who got this question in like last minute. He said, well, fellas, I don't know what the hell's happened to me, but I've fallen in love with soccer so much that I'm playing the FIFA games. I haven't played soccer games since FIFA Street on the PS2. I'm almost 40, and the struggle is real with learning how to play these games. I'm enjoying the torment. My question is, what games have you played that you didn't expect to play or ever play or enjoy, even if you aren't very good? So kind of like Delvin Jr.'s question earlier, but something that you suck at, but you really enjoy this game.
That's
Racing
most
games.
games. I feel like it's most games for me.
Racing games. Like Gran Turismo. Pretty fun. But I'm not good at it.
I think good is such like a interesting, like, I used to think I was good at games, and then like Twitch and YouTube came along and I saw people that were really good at, I'm like, oh, I suck at everything. Like I'm not good. Like it's like, what does good mean? Like you can beat your friends good, or like you can like play with real people online good? Because it's like I'm not very good at most games. You know, like I used to think I was legit good at Mario because I could beat all the Mario games and most of my friends couldn't. And then like Mario Maker came out and I saw shit that people were doing. And I was like, oh my God, I've never been good at this game. I have sucked at this game my entire life. There are people who've done more in one level than I've ever done in completing all of these games, you know? So I always have a hard time wrestling of like, what is good? You know, like top 10% good? Top 50% good? Like what's good?
I think being able to beat the Mario games is good because there's people who
Right,
just can't
like,
do that.
When I grew
think
up that way, I was like,
Maker
that's
is
a
an
good scale. And then
That's
you
an
see the
extreme
shit with
difference
all
thing.
the fire and the
Mario
like. You're
Maker
like,
is
oh
like
my
Damascus.
god, like that's insane. You know,
Yeah,
like the stuff people
a
do.
different-
That's crazy.
That's great. That's great. That's
That's
overachiever.
greatness.
But good,
That's LeBron
good
level, right?
is just being
Yes.
able to beat the game. If you can beat the Mario game, that's good.
All right. It doesn't really help me narrow anything down, though. This game I just suck at.
I would have
like
to say Modern Warfare 3. I was not very good at the online component at all. Like I just was I had never played any first person shooters online with the exception of Counter-Strike a long time ago, and I was not good at Modern Warfare 3, but I enjoyed the hell out of it because of who I was playing with, and I eventually got better and I wasn't at the bottom of the leaderboards all the time, but it was just fun. I had fun with my friends. That was the joy, just talking shit. We had one dude who was so bad that he would literally only kill people with knives. And then he turned into being like one of the greatest COD players I've ever played against. Like he got really, really good. He went from being like the absolute worst to not being able to kill anybody with the gun and only being able to stab people to just being like this freaking monster in Call of Duty.
How is that possible?
He just played a lot. He just kept playing and kept playing and
I
kept
can
playing.
only
and
kill
kept
people
playing.
with knives.
I didn't think I had an answer, and then I looked at my Switch and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's the answer." And it's Smash Brothers. I suck at Smash. I like playing, but I suck at Smash. I'm the guy that like uses Little Mac and then punches myself off the stage and just kills myself and shit. Like I
love
suck
Little
at
Mac.
Smash.
That's my main.
I suck at Smash, and but I do think it's super fun to play.
That's great.
So.
My
And
son
here's the thing.
really tries to beat me in Smash, and he won't let me play with Little Mac because if I have Little Mac, he has no chance.
The funny thing, I've always sucked at Smash. It's not like a new thing. I've sucked at Smash since 64. You know,
Yeah.
it just is what it is. I generally don't think I'm very good at fighting games in particular. Like I'm better at like the combo mashers, but like Smash, I don't know what about it. It's like the movement or the physics. Like I'm just reckless. You know, I'm just always attack. I'm all gas, no brakes. So I'm just
You
like
don't
I
use
kill
that
myself.
shield or that dodge. Gotcha.
Yeah, I kill myself more than anything else. Like I go for the items. I'm like, oh, I want the Pokeball and shit. And like I'm just getting beat the shit out of constantly. There's just no tact in my game at all. I'm just like, I'm here to play. I just want to press buttons. I just want to do shit. Yeah. The other game I was thinking about was like Splatoon. I generally think I have scored a lot of points in Splatoon, but generally I do it with like a roller. So it's like it's a very low like kill ratio. So I'm not like out there murking other players, but I get a lot of points. So I can be like the top scorer on my team. But you know, my kill death ratio is like, you know, like 1 to 9. I get killed a lot. So I don't know how that works out, but
Yeah. I don't play Splatoon. I guess multiplayer game, like multiplayer shooters I'm probably not great at.
the funny thing is I've played Call of Duty multiplayer, and typically when I have played Call of Duty multiplayer, I hold my own. I'm never the worst team. I'm never the worst player on my team.
Yeah, I never want to play those games. So it's
Like when I play Gears and stuff, I've never, in like militaristic third-person shooters, I don't think I've ever been like the person dragging everybody down.
See, that's good then.
Yeah. And I've played with like PSVG folks. I've played with, you know, Mo and stuff. I remember one time we played years and years ago, but it was like me, Kyle, and Nathan and stuff. I had like 15 kills. Like I generally think I hold my own at like third-person shooters. Like I'm first-person shooters. I'm good at those.
Yeah.
You know, but Splatoon's its own thing because like Splatoon, you can either go for the other team or you can go for coverage.
To rolling the
You know,
floor, right?
yeah, owning territory. And I always go for territory, but which means I get killed a bunch, right? Because I'm not trying to kill people. I'm trying to. It's like it's just like squad based roles, right? Like if you're a roller, you're trying to extend paint. You know, like I'm trying to create lanes for my team to use. You know, I'm
So
not
you
trying
can
to
win.
I'm not trying to kill people. But I like Splatoon, but I generally like that. Like I said, when I use the roller and stuff, like I usually score pretty well. Usually like first or second on my squad. I'm never like the worst player. But but the kill death ratio is terrible.
Yeah, because you support essentially.
Yeah, it's like a support character. I died 9 times, but I'm like the top scorer. Very much so. Let's see here. Since Dev left, Bruce says, I have 2 games I consider myself good at: Kenna and Horizon. Kenna was
2
tough.
good games to be good at.
Yeah, I like Kenna a lot. That was a great game.
Beautiful looking game.
Snert says any fighting game, Donnie. Like, you're not lying.
I'm pretty good at Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat.
Again, what does pretty good mean? Like Evo good?
No,
Like can beat your friends good?
Can beat my friends good.
Okay.
Beat my friends and beat some people online good.
Because you see people that are like good at it, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's levels to this.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. Because I've seen people that are good at Street Fighter. I'm like, oh, I have never played this game. Yeah. Like I've never played this game at a level that they've played this game.
Yeah.
Welcome back. What'd I miss?
Nothing. Nothing more. We started relitigating GTA 6 again. So, Dev, one last time, if you'd like to give us... fucking with you. I don't know what that happened. Like, I'm half drunk, but like still, it was like, while it was happening, I was like, why are we doing this? Like as I was saying things, I was like, how do we get out of this? Like, somebody get us out of this as fast as possible.
Yeah. Shit happens.
Yeah, it's a podcast.
Oh, Snert, you suck at Smash too, huh?
No, he just says he sucks ass. I don't know why he put that and let us know that.
Listen, hey.
Sometimes you got to eat the groceries.
Good for you, Certs. Good for you.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm good with Pikachu.
Okay.
That's
Pikachu.
That's my dude.
My son likes to play with Jigglypuff because he really thinks he can put me to sleep. But...
Oh, I suck at Jigglypuff. Like there are characters in Smash like I don't understand how people are good at. I'm like, what the fuck is this even supposed to do? They start pulling some shit out. Like I feel like one of the Pikmin characters I played once, I was like, what the fuck is even this? Like he's pulled out, or it was the Animal Crossing characters pull out flowers and shit. Like I was like watering plants. I was like, what is happening? Like,
yeah.
I like Kirby. I like Pikachu. I want to like Little Mac, but again, I just punch myself off the damn stage. Like I just so badly want to hit everybody. I'm like, God, I'm terrible at this.
Yeah, Little Mac. I use Rolk or Shulk. One of the Shulk, right? Yeah.
Rolk. I feel like the ones that I want to use, I'm bad at. Like I want to main at Yoshi, and I play Yoshi in Smash. And I'm like, oh God, this is terrible. I'm not good at this. I don't know how to fucking throw eggs and shit. Like, like they're so unique. They don't match my style. It's like you got to find a character that matches you, let alone you just like the character.
I would think that Incineroar and Little Mac will be right up your side because they're like
you think Bowser. So. I like Little Mac. When I actually connect with him, I'm like, this is my shit. But he's so weak. He has like 0 recovery. Like he just can't move. It's
I mean, he's super fast, and you got to use the bubble.
He's just sitting there throwing hands.
I love whooping the shit out of my kids with Little Mac. Like they literally are like, you can't use him anymore. You got to use somebody else.
That's the thing. I'm playing against like my friends or like my kids, like owning, right? And then you get on the 6 with Jason and Rebecca, like, oh, I suck at this though. Like Jason's beat me like 12-1. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not very good at this at all. Yeah, that's only when it shows.
Yeah,
and now Jack legit got good at it for a while. He played Smash for like 5 straight years. That used to be his game. He hasn't played it in years now, but that was his shit. Like he was an all-in Smash every day kind of player.
Wow.
He was one of those kids. I've never been.
I could never play that game every day. I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
There's not enough there.
There is though. They have a whole game board where you capture ghosts and shit. Like you play a game every day.
I saw that.
Yeah.
No, there's not enough there. Not enough there at all. No, absolutely not. All right. Time to land this plane. Well, this has been a fun time. Donnie is half drunk, Delvin is half asleep, and I got to go put kids to bed. Yep. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, play some video games.
Bye.